Great, Josh.
Welcome to the Poor Podcast. I am Mike Lake, and I know what I'm doing.
Yo, I'm knocking at the door. I am CP34.
Steve Cash, Money Bags, and this is the Poor Podcast. These are Stevettes, as we were just saying.
No,
as we were just saying.
that's not the pre-approved, aka.
See, we know what we doing, but we ain't doing that.
We definitely did not. We did not pre-approve that
The
at all.
Stevettes are in the building.
Bro, my teeth be looking real good on the camera.
Your teeth be looking good on the camera.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
These shits easy.
Shout out to Dr. Epstein.
My teeth?
Your teeth. What's your doctor's name?
I got a new dentist. I don't remember his name. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Just let any nigga play in your
I know.
Nah, man, it's new.
He be like that fish.
My lifelong dentist
Steve.
was Dr.
Yes.
Loskar.
You watched
And he passed away.
that Discovery Channel documentary where the little fish goes in and cleans the whale's teeth.
That's my dentist.
I didn't say that. I just said I watched it. I didn't say that. I just
Just
said I
brought it
watched
up
the Discovery
randomly?
Channel show, and that was the whole thing.
My lifelong dentist was Dr. Michael Loskar. He passed away, and his dental hygienist was one of the biggest crushes I ever had in my whole life. She was legit.
You
She had
think
the
that-
most beautiful eyes under that mask.
You think the
Shit was
tooth
dope.
fairy visits dentists when they pass? Not for real. Like what
Dentists
type
become
of
tooth fairies?
might be what it is. That's how tooth fairies become a thing. Dentists.
Dentists.
So
come to
so
collect.
y'all think that every tooth fairy out there is an old school dentist?
You ain't gotta be old
passed
school.
away
You
dentist.
could
Passed
die
away
young.
dentist.
Yeah, you could die in dental school and
So
become
tooth fairies are angels.
teeth angels.
Yeah, that's if you go to heaven though.
Oh, so what?
If
oh,
you
what's
don't,
the opposite?
And if that's when you become a little silver cap on a bad kid tooth.
You don't
That's
think
the opposite.
they're not like Oompa Loompas
Listen,
working
when-
in a chocolate factory?
No, when dentists,
Oh
when
my
you die as a dentist,
Okay.
and you
Bro,
don't go to
that's
heaven,
fucking
you
creative.
become a silver tooth on a bad kid mouth,
You got a little bag.
They don't make silver teeth anymore.
No, they had a
like a little capture. So you don't know what I'm talking about.
Give me
I know you
let
sound
them
like-
have it.
I have some. They don't make them anymore
Technically,
like
they
that.
stopped making them.
They're
Nah,
white.
they make it. They're porcelain now.
Okay, well, no, I want to
They're
stick
white,
to the
though.
silver ones though. So that's when you become when you go to hell as a dentist. You become a silver cap.
Dentist hell is being a
silver cap on
on
a
a
bad
Oh,
kid.
okay, that makes sense. I was thinking like they become Oompa Loompas and they work in a chocolate factory. But
Yeah,
that's like the
nah,
opposite.
nah,
That wouldn't
that
make
didn't
sense.
hit. That ain't
Steve's
hit
way
like mine.
better.
That's too much.
That didn't hit
Steve's
like
was
mine.
way
All right, I
better.
guess.
Yeah, my wiggle a little different. Catch up, brother.
Your wiggle is a little different. Okay, I'll let you have it. Go ahead and ask your question, Steve.
Huh?
How's our mental health?
Oh,
yeah.
It's threw me off. First off, I want to open up. We should start it off with Biz Markie, one
Okay.
of the greats
Yeah.
beatboxing. We're gonna give a little.
Absolutely.
Did they ever say the cause of the cause?
I don't think they did, or they
Probably
might
too
have,
soon.
but I really wasn't focusing on why he passed away.
I always wonder
you
why
know,
people go when they do go.
I mean, he lost a lot of weight.
No, I thought
don't know
his
if you
was
know,
hypertension or something.
Was it
related.
hypertension?
Something I could look it up, but I
Yeah.
thought it was something like that.
I know he was losing a lot of weight, and I don't know if it was because he was sick or if he was just trying to get back in a healthy space.
Mhm.
But because you could tell he was heavy, looking kind of puffy, and
Well,
then
I think he's
started
been
going down
smaller
and
for a
down.
while though.
Yeah, you're right. That was a
That's
while,
not
yeah.
to
I
my
think
knowledge.
he was
That's
just
not
trying
recent.
to get more healthy.
Mhm.
So it was surprising when he's in the hospital. I mean, but hypertension don't just go away.
Yeah.
If that what is what it is, it doesn't really go away. Skinny or small. I mean, it's complicated when you're bigger, but when you're smaller, it doesn't like just go. Oh, I had hypertension. All of a sudden, it's gone. Sometimes the skinniest, smallest people just have issues with their.
Yeah, sometimes
pressure.
some shits are just unexplainable. So I guess we definitely need to give a moment
Shout out
of
to
silence. Awesome. One of my favorite moments, thinking about Biz real quick, just for Men in Black, when Will Smith called him in the store or whatever they
post
was at.
office.
Yeah, that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And he communicated.
Right. Yeah, that was dope. That's what they did.
Not the way you did it, but
That's
Mike
what it
That's
did a
was.
what it
little
was.
bit.
Yeah.
Mike
Yeah,
did a little
whatever.
I
bit.
remember literally.
Mike
Yeah.
might
Mike is the
not
most
be
Biz
from the planet.
Markie-esque.
I know Mike.
Than
Mike
all of us.
actually, yeah, maybe Mike might be Biz Markie.
I might be Biz Markie. I
A
wish.
stunt double.
All-time hip hop
salute,
legend.
salute the Biz, man. As far as other than that, like how y'all feeling this week? What y'all weeks like? How y'all health mentally and things of that nature?
I feel good this week mentally, 100%. I've been getting back into exercising and watching what I eat and intermittent fasting and all that stuff, just trying to get myself like feeling better. Because I find if I'm just eating stupid and just running around acting like an idiot and not like taking care of myself, I feel sluggish and like heavy, and I know I'm heavy, but I don't have to be sluggish and feel heavy. You know what I'm saying? So I've been just trying to get myself like feel like it's crazy. So I got a 30-pound weight, a 30-pound dumbbell over there, and a 25-pound kettlebell. And in between files at work, I just be doing some sets to just kind of make myself,
You got to remember, Claude, being heavy is a state of mind, brother. You hear me?
No.
They can shackle your brain, but they can shackle your feet, but they cannot shackle your mind. Mike, how you feel?
Facts, brother. I appreciate you.
How you feel?
Claude on that.
I love that. And I appreciate that, but I'm always going to be heavy. I'm a big dude. And I'm coming to terms with it. That's not even a problem.
You kind of do favor heavy D.
Why got to be heavy D?
Why was you looking at me?
Wait a minute. Hold on. We'll give it, I was Shock G. That was the one I was willing to relent to. Shock G.
Yeah, that's
no. I can't have Shock G because I said I was Shock G.
That's the wrong letter.
Yeah, no.
You went far. You went too far down the alphabet, buddy. Come back to D.
Yeah.
Come back to. He jumped. Why you going farther down the alphabet than he deserved? Nigga, if you don't bring your ass back up the alphabet line,
we know you're not gonna go down the line to the G anyway. You stop at. You just said it. You were sluggish and shit. You gonna stop at the.
Matter of fact, I'll do him one better. Let's make him original. He's heavy C.
Heavy C.
I don't care.
He's better than heavy D. One above D.
I like it.
One above D.
I love it. Like I said,
you change your
and
IG.
it's still just a heavy. Is still just a
heavy is still a mind state.
Just a mind state.
So we're some shallow hell type shit. So it's only in my brain.
Man, you only as heavy as you feel.
As I think I am.
Will you change your IG?
I
think feather-like.
I think feather-like is what you said?
Think feather-like.
I think heavy is a state of mind until you start getting on things that literally that weigh people like an elevator.
Float like a
when you get on the elevator, even though that bitch says 1,300, that bitch says 1,300 pounds maximum. You get on that bitch and it goes down a little bit. Your car dips a little bit. No, heavy ain't a state of mind at that point.
Float like a butterfly.
I am a leaf on the wind.
Like a bee.
I am a leaf on the wind.
You are a leaf on the wind.
I am a leaf on the wind.
A heavy brisk wind.
No,
a hurricane. You're a leaf on a hurricane.
It's a regular light wind.
Okay.
You know where that's from? It's kind of nerdy. This is a no pussy.
A leaf on a wind?
It's from Firefly.
It is from Firefly. It is from Firefly. Yeah.
Firefly. But you're not a nerd.
Every time these conversations come up, I could just hear the vaginas drying.
Just get dry.
All of them.
You know what, Steve? You be talking shit, but Steve be hitting us up. Oh, this Marvel movie, this thing. You definitely be asking him questions about that shit. You do be watching them. Don't be hating like you also too are not a little nerdy. Like Mike said, we're nerds that get girls. We were nerds that definitely got it in. We were not incels or.
I clap cheeks with DBZ on.
Right.
They were yours, first off.
I clap my own cheeks.
You were dancing.
Go,
Mike. Go, Goku, what you gonna do? Go, Goku, what you gonna do?
What did you do?
Mike, how's your mental health this week, sir?
My mental health is great. I feel good.
You didn't even realize Craig was still in the corner, just chilling.
Crying. Look at that crying.
What's going on?
You're 2 years younger than me. Everything's good, man. I'm feeling great. I'm getting over this viral infection, but my mind is great. I'm in a good space. Thank you for asking. How about you, brother?
I'm cooling. I feel good. Can't complain. Busy as usual, but busy is still good. And I'm just ready for a vacation and get some relaxing and things like that. A little R&R.
Oh, me too. 100% ready for vacation.
R&R, you said.
I did want to say something before we moved on to anything else. We talked about Biz Markie, but I did want to put it out there that Hollywood actually gave a little bit of a distinctive honor to Miss Marla Gibbs. I don't know if y'all know who that is. Miss Marla Gibbs, she played, she was Florence on the Jefferson. She was on 227. She's been on literally every television show, sitcom with a black family in it. She's been on it, and some white. And she is a legend in Hollywood, a legend in TV, a legend in my household. She's been on everything.
And in the culture space.
And I think it's finally I think Hollywood is starting to recognize people. I won't say a little too late because she is still living, because I go back to Cecily Tyson, who was 95. She got hers eventually, but let's start recognizing us, for the greatness that we are while we're still here. Like I said, Cecily and Miss Marla Gibbs definitely got her flowers while she was still here, but 100%, that was
and
kind of
they look good too. She looked real good.
She looked great, right? She's
I'll step down on her in the streets. I was definitely
disrespectful.
How is that stepping down on a female? Is disrespectful?
Step down on Miss Miss Molly Gibbs.
What's wrong with that?
That's a high compliment.
Okay.
If I was,
What would you say to her?
How you doing? Excuse me, Miss.
Miss Gibbs.
Where are we? Where are we?
We in Hollywood.
We're in Hollywood. Where are we?
She's out at a nice restaurant.
Oh, by herself?
No, it's a group party.
Okay, we had a party. I'm
Yeah.
at a group party as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to act like I know who she is. I'm going to introduce myself and because listen, if you act like a woman, like if you know who she is, it's already going to be a drawback.
Yeah.
Now you know who I am. You running down because you're a fan.
Yeah.
No, I don't know
in the
you.
friend zone. You.
What are you gonna say? No, I want to hear you.
Oh, I was starting out.
You want to hear Steve Game?
I want to hear his game. I want to hear his game to Marla Gibbs.
I would step down on her,
Okay.
extend my hand for a handshake. Hey, excuse me, how you doing? My name is Steve. I thought you was very attractive. What's your name, if you don't mind me asking?
Okay.
I would definitely get her
Give no
name.
chance
You
a
gonna
little
play?
bit
You gonna
because
play?
Oh, you gotta
Gibbs?
play. Why would you? I want me to play both sides. What you want me to do?
no, I'm not playing Marla Gibbs.
No, you gotta play.
Hey, baby, how you doing? I don't know. She's 95 years old. How she gonna
Immediately, dick shriveled up.
Yeah,
no.
exactly.
Dick shriveled up.
I'm glad for you.
Dick Shrimp.
I want your dick to swivel up whenever I talk to you because that means that's a positive thing for me. Yeah, I said I don't give a shit. Why y'all? So wait, hold on,
I
wait.
want niggas' dicks to be involved in the conversation.
I know, but you want niggas' dicks to be like at a
look.
tent hut.
No,
At
no.
a hut. Mike's
How about-
Mike's talking.
How about it just be where it was?
But look,
Wherever it
no.
was when I walked in.
Jesus.
keeping it all the way above. I'm definitely stepping down on her. I see her in the streets. I'm stepping down.
I think you can get the number.
I think so too.
From
I think I-
Respectfully.
Yeah. You know what? I guarantee. I promise her an early bird special Denny's. She's going. She going.
First of all, you be at the
Why
early
would
bird
you go
special.
to Denny's? She's a Hollywood icon. You gotta take her
She
to
wanna be-
Denny's.
You gotta take her. She want to be treated like a regular person.
She can't even
Plug.
get Village Inn or something.
Well, Village Inn is fire too, but don't got an early bird special.
You
See, you gotta be
Village
more in
for that.
touch.
Village Inn has early bird. I think everything has an early bird
You're
special.
35, bro. You're not in touch with
They're
the early
almost
bird
36.
special.
No, I'm not in touch with the early bird special.
You got to be in touch with the early bird special. Listen, if you get in touch with the
The
early
late night
bird,
munchies is what I'm.
if you get in touch with the early bird specials,
Uh-huh.
that's how you get in touch with the early birds.
What's the oldest woman that you ever messed around with?
I don't know. Maybe
Age difference or number?
No, I want to hear the number, then the age difference.
I don't know. It's an age. I don't know. Maybe
I know, Mike.
I had a 45 under my belt.
And you're at what age though?
I was teens.
That's a story you want to tell on the show?
That's the end of the story.
That's the end of the story. Okay.
Yeah, we had a good time.
Yeah. Okay.
She looked
Great.
very
no.
young.
Maybe
I remember her name.
Life doesn't stop at 40, so
Maybe
motherfuckers got to know that.
maybe 8 years my senior, but
Okay.
but obviously if that's like 3 or 4 years ago or 5, 6 years ago or whatever the case is, like that don't make them old.
Yeah.
So
Right.
have I been with a cougar? Nah, I don't think so. Because usually I meet women around my age frame. Usually,
We need to have a show about that because I think a lot of dudes are under the impression that that sexiness in women ends at 30 or whatnot, but like women are in their prime in their 30s, 40s, even 50s years old. Women don't even
When
understand.
women hit their sexual
You know?
prime, it ain't. We ain't gonna. Matter of fact, we're not
We're
gonna.
not
do a
going to
show.
get into
If
that, but
niggas
I'm
don't
just saying.
They don't know. If they
I'm
don't
just
know,
saying if they don't know, but we might need to have a show to put people on because they don't realize that men we
decline
decline.
sexually, but they increase.
They get better. They don't need a pill to do nothing.
That's where you get cougar game from.
You know what I'm saying? Anyhow, that was just my 2 cents on that. Congratulations again, no disrespect to Miss Marla Gibbs for getting her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Again, a legend finally recognized after I think almost like 60 or something years in Hollywood doing television and movies. So
and if I happen to come across her star, I'm definitely gonna rub it with 2 fingers respectfully.
no lie, Marla Gibbs is a beautiful older lady, but Patti LaBelle is the one for me, man. When we talk about older black women, Patti LaBelle, I see her and I'm like, she looks just ageless to me.
Claude, you can speak
Ageless.
past that.
What did he say? What did he say? I missed it. I'm not speaking past it.
Yeah, y'all gotta go visit her star. in
Compose
Hollywood.
yourself.
When he see her star,
Oh
he
Lord.
go rub it with 2 fingers. Respectfully.
Oh my God.
Respectfully, Claude.
Yeah, it's respectful.
Respectfully.
It's respectful.
So you go what? How are you going to do that respectfully? Just for my knowledge, just so I know what you're doing respectfully to her star.
When I see her star, I'm just gonna touch it respectfully.
Touch it with 2 fingers
In the
respectfully.
circle of
Do you consider that respectfully?
I,
I'm gonna do it however you consider
Yeah,
respectfully.
what do you consider respectful?
hey, make, I don't know.
What? Show me what you think is
No,
respectful.
I'm not doing that.
You just did this.
No,
You
no,
just
no,
did
no,
it.
no,
We
no,
have
no.
seen the
I'm gonna
beginning.
do the cross with it. Is what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna move forward.
Well, then that's I'm gonna do it respectfully. Whatever you feel is respectful.
To the cross, and that's what we're gonna do on the Poro Podcast this wonderful Friday.
Maybe I'll see a star. Maybe I'll lick the 2 fingers. Maybe I'll just be like,
You gonna lick the
nice
star?
Nice star.
You gonna lick the star? Is that
Nice
what you
ass
said?
star.
Oh my God.
Nice ass star. Keep sparkling with your
Miss
star
Molly
sparkling
Gibbs,
ass.
we are so
Respectfully,
sorry. No
respectfully.
disrespect.
All respectful.
Respect.
All respectfully to the top, to
No
the highest
disrespect.
degree of
Yeah, the
respect.
highest
Highest
possible
degree of
level
respect.
No disrespect to Miss Molly Gibbs.
Of course not. All respectfully.
Regal, reverent level of respect.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely walking away. Someone's gonna be like, "That's a respectable young man."
That's a respectable young man
Yeah,
on his
facts.
knees.
Who says on my knee? What is licking? What
It's
is
a
wrong
star
with you?
on the ground. How you gonna lick it? You gonna bend
Who
over?
said lick anything?
Come on, Claude. What do you want?
What's wrong with you? What type of who do we podcast with?
Whose man's is this?
This your man's in them?
Can we get the camera not on him, just on
Yeah.
us?
No, I'm gonna put it on me.
Who's man?
This is
on
the
you?
shit that I have to deal with. People out there in the world
What
right
the fuck
now.
was he talking
I don't
about?
Y'all
I
watch
have
this
no
show.
idea.
Y'all know
Honestly,
what the fuck that we were all
I-
just talking about.
I just want to move
And they
past
wanna-
because I
no,
now
get in there.
feel
We
uncomfortable,
was
and I
talking
feel
about respectfully,
I was-
and Claude took it to another level.
as respectful as respectable can be.
You took it to beyond, like, too far.
Yeah, I don't know.
Apologize to Miss.
Miss Molly Gibbs, I
Yeah.
apologize that these two are assholes.
Shame, shame.
Can we move on?
You're not gonna apologize to Miss Gibbs? for
I
being
just said I
disrespectful?
apologize that y'all are assholes.
No, you gotta apologize for you being disrespectful.
How am I disrespectful?
'Cause
You
we-
talking about licking stars?
You said you was
dog.
gonna lick your finger. And,
Is that a
and-
star?
and smack.
You never licked your. You never had hot wings and sauces on your fingers.
And he said respectfully. You
I'm a-
didn't.
Exactly.
Respectfully,
It
Miss
it
Molly
takes
Gibbs,
away
I 100% applaud you for making it on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And these two idiots, I will just suffer their insolence in your honor. We're gonna move on to the next topic. Steve, you got something for us today?
Let's do it.
All right, let's get the graphics going. Mike, you get the. I don't even know where my mouse is right now. Damn. Yeah, it's somewhere down there.
Having hard times finding your mouse, Claude.
I know.
You're still having problems finding that clit. I hear you, brother. Let's move on.
The click or the
Um,
clit?
Whatever. You know what I
the click.
mean.
You heard him.
The click.
You heard exactly what I said.
Let me just put this camera on you so you get your tip in.
Pause.
Oh.
Yo.
You gonna film it too?
Intentional. No, put it
You
on
gonna
him.
film it too?
All right.
Wow.
First off, I want to start with you definitely gotta know who you playing with. That's first off and foremost. You gotta know who you playing with in these streets. All right, a couple weeks ago, Nick Cannon thought it would be hilarious to surprise Kevin Hart with a llama for his birthday and had it sent to his home.
Yeah, he did.
It was pretty funny. We all had a good chuckle, right?
It was a good little laugh.
Now,
Mini laugh.
when it comes to a joke like that and not knowing who you're playing with, shit like this happens to you.
No, Kev, don't take it too far.
A couple hours ago, Kevin Hart thought it would be funny to post Nick Cannon's phone number on billboards in LA,
In LA,
Oh man.
you hit him up.
in Atlanta,
Oh my god.
and in New York. And a billboard says, for any advice on fatherhood, call my best friend
oh my god.
Nick Cannon. And he put out his number. And people have been
His actual cell. His direct.
people
cell.
have been calling, FaceTiming. Matter of fact, I want to try to call and FaceTime
Like
Nick
live?
Cannon
Yeah,
right
do it
now
live.
live on
Do
air.
it live on air.
Mike, help me remember this number real quick.
Yeah, I got the first 323-509.
All right, I'm gonna type it in. I didn't look at any of it because I'm talking.
Oh.
So can you type it in real quick? But FaceTime it though. after you
FaceTime
put it in.
We'll
As I'm talking. Yeah. So niggas thought it'd be crazy if he answered. It would be crazy. Hopefully he does. I'm gonna definitely try to
That'd be
FaceTime.
great.
But Nick, people have been calling him. He's been videotaping, answering FaceTimes, answering calls all day long, saying how Kevin is an asshole, pretty much. You know,
You don't think
Doesn't-
that's a publicity stunt? You think it's legit?
even if it is, it's
Is
still
he
cool.
answering?
Doesn't matter. Did you press the FaceTime?
323-509. I didn't do that. Here you go.
All right, let me see here. I'm gonna try to FaceTime.
I'm trying
him.
to FaceTime
Yeah,
from the
FaceTime
dial.
and
Oh shit! How do you FaceTime from a dial? You got to save the number first.
just call it, and I think you can hit the FaceTime after you do it. Should
Let's see.
Does he not have?
Call
He might not have
it.
an iPhone.
It's user busy. He ended this shit
Oh,
already.
he ended
Or maybe
it.
it says user busy. Maybe it's tons of fucking numbers just hitting his ass up. Anyways,
We'll try it again later. in
yeah,
the show.
definitely so.
Watch
But-
this nigga answer. What's he talking about?
Back to the cash tip. Starting with you gotta know who you playing with.
Yeah.
So I recommend. I mean, we could talk about it further.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, absolutely.
my ending part is my cash tip is know who the fuck you playing with, because some people willing to take it way farther
way beyond where
than
you
you are.
Yeah.
And this was a great prank, and he started the prank wars. And Kev, I don't know if he ended it because who knows what Nick is going to do for the follow up.
Nick might want to.
But so far, if we're going who's winning, Kevin is winning. This man got to change his whole entire number.
Yeah, I mean, you can sell the llama. You can't have somebody come get the
I
llama.
sent you a llama and you aired my whole shit.
You can't take back the fact that your number, you're a Hollywood icon, and your telephone number is now out there. I said it. I said I gave him his props.
Because earlier in the
he's a Hollywood staple.
In the earlier part, remember the energy was different.
He is quite recognized in Hollywood.
It's changed a little bit.
He ain't a Pearson House icon. He ain't nobody to me, but he's something that somebody else saw. But a lot of other somebody else's. So I give you that. I give him that. But
I didn't mean to stop you.
It's like right now. If I put your phone number out there right now.
My number?
Yeah, like not that big of a deal, but you put somebody who is actually like legit big, like he's like out there legit, like doing shit in Hollywood and in the country and the world right now. And Kevin was like, okay, I got you. You're gonna bring a shitty ass, smelling ass, fucking giant dog giraffe to my fucking house. I'm gonna literally air out your goddamn telephone number. And I'm gonna make fun of the fact.
Wait. Why he didn't say nothing about not being great?
He said for parenting advice or something, right?
That's
because he had a lot of kids.
Oh, okay, I got you. That's kind of. You think that's kind of a hit to his parenting? No.
Oh,
okay.
So. For one, let me shoot this man some bell real quick on that part. Every last kid he has, which I believe is 7, they all literally planned each and every last one. Nick Cannon is on some other type shit.
Means to do it.
Nick Cannon has 7 kids.
Yeah, you made you choke.
Damn.
He can take care of.
How many he got? How many
he Pearson House icon?
How many he got with Mariah?
So I believe twins.
He got a set of twins. Who the other 5 kids?
Other badass females. They all out. They all of
them are. Like at least 2.
Damn, 7.
I didn't know that. That's the case.
At least 2, I thought. I didn't do no.
So I know he got bread now because you can't have 7 kids in Hollywood and not
got
be
it.
I know he got
Nick Ben had.
Oh, like this isn't not. Yeah.
I understand that.
He's still spending Nickelodeon.
That's the type of money I want to where I don't look like I got it. Give me the bread. I don't care about the fame.
Well, because it's like Eddie Murphy has 10 kids, 10 or 11 kids. He's got a bunch, just twice more kids than Nick. And you see that nigga sweating every time you take a picture with all of them. Like, God damn, you know what I'm saying? Like that raw money ain't coming in quite like it used to be.
Damn.
But like Nick definitely got shit.
You know that raw money still comes.
It ain't quite like not like that Nickelodeon money though. I mean, come on.
I don't know. I ain't trying to count these men's pockets.
I ain't counting their pockets. I'm just saying, like I said,
raw was longer ago.
I'm just saying, Eddie be sweating, Nick be cool as a cucumber. You know, he be fucking sweating ice cubes to drinking his lemonade.
Still working is what
right.
It is.
So yeah, no, man, that's crazy. Damn, I didn't know that many kids. But yeah, no, Kevin Hart, that's some goat level pranking. I don't know. Are you capable of something like that, Mike?
Oh, prank war?
Yeah,
I'll go hard on the prank war.
You go overboard.
I got time and resources, connections.
Yeah.
Don't mess with me. But I'll keep it fun. It would never be nothing. I would never do nothing that would affect your regular life.
What's the craziest prank you ever pulled?
I can't say.
It hasn't even come through yet.
It's still
in motion.
What's that behind you?
I'm not doing that.
We.
No. Okay, are you a prank? You be doing that? No.
Oh, I've done a couple pranks.
What's the craziest one you ever pulled?
Maybe I did. It would have to be up. Maybe scaring JM in New Orleans.
That was pretty good.
Or maybe acting like
I had that video to put up right now.
Taking Polaroids in our other man room before acting like we was leaving his mom's bedroom. We was taking Polaroid pictures to fuck with this nigga.
I forgot.
We were kids, so that's why I say Polaroids. We were kids.
Yeah.
And like there was literally no cell phone, no camera phones at the time at all at this stage. Like so we taking pictures acting like we leaving his mom's bedroom and shit like that. Just doing dumb shit.
Little light shit.
Yeah, like we leaving condoms around, like we just was with this man's mom.
Do y'all think so? So that's pretty good. That's pretty funny. So like back in the day, people used to do the thing where they would send they would buy like pizzas and shit and send them to your place. And now you got to pay for shit up front, so it ain't that big of a deal to do that. But I guess now the thing is like to sign people up for like random shit. Like,
I was gonna say the sweepstakes in the mall, like the win this cruise shit. We did that back in university,
like warranties and shit, like that's got to be the most fucked up.
Or referring them to like a salesman, like I'm not gonna buy this, but I'll refer you to my friend CP.
Yeah. Put somebody's number down, like for I don't know, and like when you go buy a car, they literally will hound you for it.
I don't play prank games because once you start the prank war with me, I'm a Kevin Hart you. Respectfully.
So like I say,
know who you playing with.
Cash tips only. Know who you playing with.
Did you say the tip only?
That's all you heard?
That's all I heard. Pause. Big ups to Kevin Hart. That was an amazing prank. Mike, I hope I never get on your prank side because you're not even telling shit that you've done.
Nobody died.
Nobody was all you done pranks?
Huh? Yeah. No, I mean, Nothing crazy like that. No, I did the pizza thing. I did the sign people up. Like somebody you hate, you put the number in. You know, you always say, you know, I give an ugly girl a dude's number that you don't like, type thing. Like you don't want to deal with a girl, like shit like that. Females do it all the time. Man, I can make you do that too.
Then give the homie number.
Yeah, the homie number. Somebody, not the homie number. Somebody you don't like.
Yeah, my name's Steve.
Yeah. Oh, the homie's name was always, because you can't think of like a name.
Then also the number,
like a fake name. You just be giving like a. You give homies numbers too?
As a prank, I was saying.
Oh, okay.
I've never done that, but my fake name used to be Steve before I met Steve. Then I met Steve. I had to switch it up.
You don't look like Steve.
What does his name look like? It would be.
You look like
We'll give you time. You can come back to it.
Yeah, I'll come back to that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can make a joke out of that. I don't know what
it was.
Like.
Got off a Faison.
Faison, yeah, but yeah, that's low hanging fruit. But I was thinking more like I don't know, Coffee Bean. Like I don't know.
That's his name. That's what they named him at birth.
That's my name. My name is Coffee Bean.
Coffee.
Coffee Bean Lake.
I'm gonna introduce myself to somebody as Coffee.
Coffee. I'm Coffee.
Coffee.
It's African. It's Nigerian. Hello, my name is Coffee.
See, now you took it too
far. All right.
Always take it too far.
I know I always take it too far, guys. Thank you, Steve, for your tip. Pause once again. We're gonna have to like cash tips. I don't know how.
It's literally a whole name. You're the one shortening it.
But you're giving your tip, so I'm thanking you for your tips.
Like a cash tip.
Thank you for the cash tip. Cash.
See, now it's perverted.
Yeah, it is.
The whole thing is ruined.
All right, y'all. I can't deal with this. Let's get into the mix. Jesus. Guys, remember to follow us on YouTube. If you're watching us on YouTube right now, just subscribe to the video and or Facebook. Like us on Facebook. Share. You know what? More importantly than liking or subscribing, if you're feeling us, 100% like and subscribe, but also share us with your friends, your families, your enemies, anybody you don't like, love, or all of the above. Share us because we definitely trying to get our word out there and have more people fucking with us. We love that y'all fuck with us. Let's have the greatest gift that you could give to a friend or family or any enemy is the gift of the Pour Up Podcast. So thank you and appreciate y'all watching. Definitely share us and like and subscribe. All right, guys. So I gotta do my NPR voice. So continuing our series on sex, relationships, and men and women on the Pour Up Podcast. I am Dr. CP34. This is NPR Radio. In today's episode, we're going to talk about female energy and how that lack of femininity in that. No, never mind. Let me stop because it's not hitting. All right. So basically, what we're talking about in this episode, guys, is the female energy.
How many times do you say that? Never mind.
Is there all right? So is there a problem with females and their energy in a relationship? And primarily saying it, are females that are more masculine and lack traditional feminine traits in their relationship either ruining relationships, ending relationships, or finding it a hard time to get in relationships? So is there a problem with masculine energy or taking on non-traditional female roles in relationships right now? Is it an issue? And when I say that, so basically, originally this conversation was going to be talking about, we want to talk about feminism and the whole independent woman movement back in the 90s. We're going to talk about that and just kind of see, is that something that is kind of the antithesis or the converse of romance and dating and our traditional courtship rituals?
Well, with that being asked, I mean, it would have to be a question of what's going on in your personal relationship.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not in one. So I'm not in that issue. So I'm like, from what I see online and what I see the women around me, what they speak about, some do come off admittedly that they have masculine energy, but a lot of times that's because they kind of have to. If they're in a single mother role, like you're running a household, it's almost natural. You have to play the masculine role as well as the feminine role to your children. If you have some, let's say you do have some, so you got to kind of play both if the father's not there. So sure, women could be giving off masculine energy, but that's where they're forced to. Would they probably like to experience their?
Can I jump in here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's not talk about when forced. When forced, you do what you got to do, especially to take care of a household.
All right, so we want to eliminate being forced.
Right.
When you're the only parent, you got to do what you got to do.
Okay, so now you're in a relationship.
You're in a relationship. Both people are present. Kids may or may not be present. If you're expressing masculine energy in a relationship where
what's masculine energy though, Mike? Help. I know what it is. Steve knows what it is. Anybody who's watching this who's not quite familiar with the topic or the term.
Well, masculine energy is exactly what it sounds like. Men should be presenting a certain energy when you walk into a room. You know how you talk to other guys, and the way I talk to y'all and the way I talk to my lady. So men must be present and hold their stance and eye contact, shake. I'm not saying that women shouldn't do these things, but you shouldn't be doing them in a relationship and competition with your man.
Is it a control thing?
It could be a whole bunch of reasons for it, right. But it also may not even be recognized. I would say this in the general, we're not talking about like women's rights and everything. Women can be equal to men in a bunch of ways and jobs, and they are, and in all their rights and all the things that they could do and say and all that stuff. But we're talking about within the confines of a relationship, a regular like heterosexual relationship. It would be tough for me as a man to be competing the way I compete with men against my girl. So masculine energy is when a girl is expressing that energy.
Do y'all think masculine energy, let's say she tries to pay for every meal?
No.
That's not masculine energy?
No. For every meal, that would be...
No, I'm saying like, y'all, like she makes sure she...
That would be masculine the way you explained it, but a woman could pay for shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree. Issue. That's just a question.
Right. If she tries to pay for every meal, that's a little bit of a masculine. That's so. Let's be real, because it's kind of almost derogatory towards men when you say masculine energy, because it's a negative. It is kind of a negative thing. Masculine energy.
It's negative when it's coming from people who shouldn't be presenting it.
Well,
I expect masculine energy from you.
But I also think that masculine energy amongst men could also be. That's what toxic masculinity is. You're presenting an overbearingness.
You could be a man without being toxic.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. There isn't such thing as too much masculinity.
Of course.
There's such thing as too much.
Well, yeah, if you're walking around like a bro, chesting up, you want to go, bro? Like
that's
that
what I'm
kind
saying.
of weirdo
that
shit.
To me is basically if a female is trying to pay for literally every meal.
Like, what's the deal here? Can we talk about this?
Right. And that was my thing that I was thinking about earlier too when I was coming up with the when we were kind of fleshing out what we're going to talk about this episode. It was not necessarily you got your own money, you got your own car, you got your own crib, you do your own thing. That's cool. I love that. INDENDPENT. Yes, I do typically know what it means, and I like that when it comes to a woman.
You heard that song?
Yes, I love that song. 100%.
It empowers you.
Miss Independent, all of the above. I'm a survivor. Everything. I'm all about it. 100%.
Anything that empowers women, that brings out your inner white woman.
Better than my. Never mind. No, I'm just saying it's the idea though that a woman does not need a man, or the idea that I got my own, so I don't need you. I feel like that
within your relationship.
Yeah. That's kind of dangerous, and hopefully my wife is not watching this, is going to get mad at me. But that was kind of one of the things that her and I didn't struggle with it, but it's something that we fleshed out because she does not want to be interdependent. She doesn't want to be dependent on somebody else to have shit done. And she was a single mother, so she kind of doesn't. She fits the mold that we were talking about before, but she doesn't want to feel like in her relationship she is somebody that has to depend on my paycheck, has to depend on, because at the end of the day, I could be gone tomorrow. I'm not going to be, but I could be gone tomorrow. So I understand that thought pattern of being independent, having your own shit, and getting your own shit done.
Well, if the key word is has, I get it, but it's never has. You never have to do anything. But if you want to coexist in a relationship, imagine the opposite: a man in a relationship taking a feminine role. What woman will want to be with that? Babe, it's a bug in here. Can you get it? Like, nigga,
I think a lot of women like men in that role.
That's what I'm saying. If you called your girl in the room to kill a bug,
I think a lot of women. I think there is a subgroup of women that enjoy having Jerry Smiths.
100%
from Rick and Morty. Man beta worker bee.
I don't think any woman wants that.
Basically a cuck, essentially.
I don't believe
I 100% believe that there is a group of women that want a man that is subservient and submissive. 100%.
Sure, there's a group for everything. So there is a group.
I don't believe that those women would describe it like that.
How would they describe it?
Not like that. I want a man to be subservient to me is a wild way to describe anything.
I honestly,
are they Caucasian in the
I don't
1900s?
There could be some white women that are like that too.
But in the 1900s, no one wants a subservient. You don't have a woman doesn't, and I'm not a woman, but a woman doesn't have a man to have a slave or somebody subservient to.
Wait a minute. So you think that there are women? So you think that men want a woman to have a level of submission? Obviously, we talked about that last episode. You don't think men want women to have a certain level of submission in their relationship? Certain level. We talked about it last episode 196. Check it out. We're not gonna rehash it this episode. Check it out. It's on YouTube. You don't think that there are women that are conversely the same way that want men to be a certain level of? I was not all
right, because some women like to like dominatrix.
Some yeah, that too.
A dominatrix ain't in a relationship with that guy. Well, she's in a relationship with him dominatrixly, but not like
dominatrixly.
Not like take him home to mom and dad. There may be somebody out there. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that doesn't exist ever, never, never. I'm saying that you couldn't get nothing bigger than a Facebook group started.
Facebook groups have thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of members.
A regular person Facebook group, like you could, you know how there's mom groups and shit like that. There's no way that there's somebody like show me the podcast where it's like we women are here to talk about men being subservient because we love it. That's not a thing. It's not an idea that people are passing down. Is that something you would teach your daughter? Like if
that is something I would absolutely not teach my daughter.
You wouldn't.
No,
it doesn't. It sounds like an oxymoron. You don't have a man to have a subservient person in a heterosexual relationship.
I think you're crazy if you don't think there's a group of women that want a man that will bow down.
Let me and tell me where I'm wrong, but I don't see how it can be successful.
I'll find a group and I'll actually send it to you so you can join.
Why would I join?
Intel, you go in there. I'm not saying you're one of them.
I know you weren't saying that because it wouldn't be the case. But I'm saying I'm not going to join to fuck up their good time if there is a group, but I don't believe that this is a movement. I don't believe.
You don't think that's what cucks are? You don't think that's what dudes that allow other men to fuck their wives are not subservient to their wives?
He's putting himself in a position, but even in that, he's choosing it. I don't think that dudes are going around here like looking for a woman to control my whole life.
So, Steve, let me ask you this question because Michael's some crazy shit right now. You don't think that some crazy shit? Crazy shit right now. So, you know what a cuckold is, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, a man that allows another man to fuck his wife. Mm-hmm. You think that 9 times out of 10, the man is like, "Hey, I want you to come fuck my wife," and it's not on some woman saying to that man, "I want to fuck another guy," and rather than have that relationship literally be ending, like, "Hey, I'm gonna allow you to fuck other guys and not give you any shit."
I think that's a man that likes what I consider weird behavior. I think he likes that for whatever reason he likes it. And the wife also likes to be smashed in front of her husband because maybe it makes him feel she could like for their own sexual pleasures. It's like, yeah, you see someone else fucking me, you're beneath me type shit. But that's in their relationship because clearly they're still married and that's what they do on a regular basis and it works for them. Like the male can obviously live with it, and the woman is clearly cool with it. So it's kind of like, is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I'm sure it exists, but
hold on. We normally don't get into our guest this early in the show, but let's do this because she said I gotta know.
She was over here rolling, so I didn't want her to join.
Let her introduce herself. Welcome to the show, Posh.
Hey guys, this has been interesting so far.
Oh yeah, introduce yourself and let us know who you are, and obviously comment on what we're talking about here. Go ahead,
guys. So this is Posh from the Posh Sessions podcast, located in Orlando, Florida.
Big old town. So Mike said you were cracking up.
Cause this went left real quick. We started with feminism, and then it went into like she enjoys her husband. Right? I was like.
That's because we're about 3 drinks in. Yeah, no, that's 100% the Pora podcast. So let me ask you this straight up. Do you think that there is a group of women or women, there's women out there that want a submissive man? It's not you.
I hope not.
So you don't think that there are literally women out there that are literally into guys that are going to do what they say when they say it, what they say, all of the above?
I mean, I'm sure they exist, but I don't advocate that kind of behavior. But I'm sure they exist. I mean, there's dominatrix and girls that look for like financial pigs. What I forget the actual term for it, but yeah, they exist. They exist.
Paymasters.
No, right, so that was just pay pigs. That's
what'd you call it?
All the same. Different
name.
All the same.
Right,
yeah,
so
but
thank you for
pigs in there. I remember that.
Oh, you liked it? She was vibing with it.
Thank you for indulging my whim on that question. Yeah, we did go left for a second there, but the question that we were actually starting off talking about was, I lost my train of thought. Is a certain level of, I don't want to say independence. I want to say, what's the word, Mike?
Independence ain't it because women can be independent. We're talking about matching your man and his energy.
Right. Is there a certain level of masculine energy that a woman can have in a relationship that is adverse to that relationship's success?
Yeah. Absolutely, it happens all now. That happens all the time, but I don't think that when it happens, in most cases, it's because the woman wants to be over her man. I think that it comes from a woman just naturally having to fend for herself in a lot of cases, that creates like this clash between herself and her spouse, because, or her significant other. She doesn't know how to like just let go and let a man lead.
Mm.
So you would say that you're on the premise of the man leading the relationship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talk about that, because that was one of the things that we talked about last episode, where I said 50-50 with some caveats, with the man being more so of the figurehead. There were a couple ladies that came on that one of them said 50-50, another one said absolutely the man leads, and another one said absolutely the man leads. So what is bringing you to that ideal about your relationships where you think the men should lead?
Well, for starters, regardless whatever it is my podcast represents in these streets, I I did grow up in a two-parent household. So naturally I saw my dad be a leader in our home. And he was the protector, he was the provider. But I also think that it's interesting because when like I said, I think it's a control thing for women. I feel like there's a big mix up. You are able to be feminine and still be independent. You can be soft and it's okay. You can be vulnerable and it's okay. It's all about, I guess, who you choose. Because if a woman is truly comfortable in that relationship and she trusts her man, then allowing him to lead shouldn't be an issue. Like me growing up in a two-parent household, I seen my dad work a full-time and two part-time jobs, because while we were younger, he didn't want my mom to work. He wanted her in the home, which, let me tell you something. I'm tired of fucking paying my mortgage. Somebody, please, for the love of God, come help me. Like there's nothing wrong with being able to be independent and having your own money, but still letting a man be the man. My mom, even though she was a stay-at-home mom, I seen my mom still have hustles all while my dad was working. She still was able to have her own money. She was still able to have her independence. She was still able to, you know, go out and have a career later on down the line. Now, once we got into school, it became a little bit easier. But I seen my mom do both and still have a very successful marriage. 36 years later, my parents are still married.
That's what's
Salute
up.
to them.
Yeah, that's what's up.
So then can we actually say that, to say this, how do I say this in a way that does not going to make me sound bad? Is it feminism or the shift in how women perceive themselves in a relationship, or the struggle to be equal or the same, something that's kind of hurting the let's just say the American relationship?
It might be. It might be. I'm Dominican, so I said there's a
Okay.
certain structure that I've always seen. I mean, it could be culture, it could be whatever the case may be, but even like my grandparents are still married 50 plus years later. They're in their 80s. And I seen my grandmother be still extremely independent, but still be able to be married and let my grandfather's an Aries. He was not about to just let anyone, he's not a pushover at all. Like, and he was still able to coexist with his wife. So that's all I've seen. That's all I've seen. I've seen the women in my family be independent and be career driven women, but also still be able to maintain successful relationships.
Let me ask you this, and then we'll bring Donna in to join the conversation. So you're talking about your grandparents and your parents. I
Right.
salute to them. They are of a different generation. In
Right.
your experience dating and being in relationships, well, let me ask you this first. You said that basically you're willing to play a certain role, allow to let go and let the
Mhm.
man lead. Is there a certain requirement you have of him to meet that standard before you say, all right, take the reins?
Well, yeah, he has to prove to me that he's a leader. Like I have a very strong personality. I am a single mom. So I grew up in the era of, and again, seeing my family and the women in my family be independent and get money and always have their own. I'm still a very much a get money bitch. But at the same time, you know, I'm able to like my relationship now. I took my nigga back. These streets are not playing fair. So I'm gonna just say it right now. I had to wave in, you know what I'm saying? I had to
She said I
listen.
took him back.
I had to. The way these guys out here in the dating game is these days, I was
So
like,
you
know
settle?
what?
You saying you settling?
No, I'm saying that they made him look like a walk in the park, and it really
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
that bad.
They
I
give you
may have
perspective.
overreacted, maybe perhaps. I don't know.
She was like, man, you all right. You all right.
Yeah, like as long as you don't do it again, I think I could work with it. But even with him, like he's very much a successful person. When I talk about leadership, what I talk about is somebody who has a good head on his shoulders. Like I have seen nothing but, again, the women in my family get money. So like even a dating requirement, and it makes sometimes people say like, oh, it's not about the money. Let me tell you something right now. When it comes to relationships and it comes to marriages in America, we're up to what, 70% of marriages end up in divorce. Number one cause.
Pretty high, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Money. So
Yeah.
my standard is I can't date somebody that makes less than me. Only because I've already got used to a certain lifestyle. So for me to date somebody that's beneath that bracket financially, I don't want it to be a stressor. Relationships are supposed to be fun. We're supposed to be complimenting each other and building together. If I'm already starting this shit off in the wrong foot because this guy is freaking stressed out, working all sorts of like overtime hours or something like that, just to be able to keep up with me, that's not good.
He already needs to have a bodega, and he already needs to be like solidified.
It would be nice. But the way I look at it is I don't require anything that I can't do for myself. So for example, I'm a homeowner. I don't want a man who has roommates. I would like walking around naked. I don't want to be able to, I want to be able to go to your house and relax and not worry about, do I got to put clothes on? Who's home right now? I have, a decent car. I want to be at least match what I got going on is the way I look at it.
Makes sense.
Mentally,
I think anyone deserves that. At least match the same type of thing that you bring.
Right. Then mentally, I feel like, we have to be able to have certain conversations. Like I should be able to come to you with a business idea and actually be able to have that conversation. Like some of my best, closest friends are very successful men and women, but with the men, I love having those type of conversations with my friends. Like, yo, what are you up to? This, that, the third. Have you heard of this? Have you heard of that? Or what are you doing now? Yo, I think you should get on this. Have you heard of like the fact that I can have a conversation and I can be put onto something and I can put you onto something. I need to be able to have that stimulation. If you're just a big ass kid, there's no way I can allow you to lead because where are we going?
Are you comfortable though being in a relationship where you would have to say pay for the check every time?
What's the reason?
I would assume I'm just
trying to understand the level of we talked about, because it seems like to me that it's kind of like it's a double-edged sword. So you want to be a type of person that you're a badass bitch that does her own thing, makes her own money, has her own car and own house. It's more on the level that you want a guy that does the same thing, but you also want to be catered to. Is that correct?
Right, because I mean, my independence. I can be independent, but I'm still a woman at the end of the day. There's still a sense of, chivalry that I expect a man to have. I'm not your bro. I'm your girl.
Do you want your man to pay all the bills?
That would be nice. But I mean,
is that what you want and you require?
Yes, it is.
And that's because, and you require that only because you seen your father pay all the bills. He didn't want your mother to work. You mentioned your grandparents, different eras. So I'm only going to assume even further back then, they definitely weren't working. So you've seen your grandfather take care of every household bill, and now you see your father take care of every household bill, regardless of how much money your mother made or grandmother made. That was their money, but the man brings the money that is y'all's money. Is that where you're at with it?
Yeah.
Why not?
Who am I to break tradition? I mean,
but no, honestly though, why not split the check?
You see her what happened to Dr. Dre recently, by the way?
Listen, did you not see me on Guru's podcast? We tore that episode apart with that topic. Yeah, I did see what's going on with Dr. Dre. What about
And
it?
that is why I would never be married to a housewife. 100%. I don't like that idea that I
My question, no,
Never.
not for attacking, because I
Let's
wanted to
not go
switch.
down that
attacking.
rabbit hole, but
My
that's not a
question,
rabbit hole. That's legit.
my question to you is, if you both are working just as hard, because you come with your own, as you say, you have your own house, you have your own car, a nice car, as you say, and and a job, whatever, you have your own. Let's say a man matches everything or even more than you to that extent, right?
right.
What are you if he's taking care of every household bill and every thing that pertains to everything financial? Just curious, where does your personal check go?
It goes into investing and saving.
For
That's what I
you?
saw my mom. No, my mom always saved for a rainy day. My dad's check only went but so far. That's why he had a full-time job and 2 part-time jobs. My mom's responsibility was to take care of the household. And if there were a time where, let's say, my dad's, check was short that week for whatever reason, or there was an unexpected expense, her job was to take the money that she was making and have it in savings, have it in investments to save for those rainy days for the things that his money couldn't cover.
I see.
But Steve, but your question was for her though. Like let's because back in the day we can go back to our parents and our grandparents because that was a different time, a different era.
Right.
Because maybe like you said, maybe back in the day, like your pops, maybe the plug didn't come through. Maybe the bricks didn't hit the dock like he thought it would. So he might have fell a little short. So he couldn't really, you know what I'm saying? They had to tone back a little bit. Couldn't really wash the money through the bodega like they
I'm
usually
dead, not the bodega.
He keeps saying, but we brought the homie in. He been sitting there for a sec. Don, get in here, introduce yourself, and join the conversation.
Yes, Donovan Carter.
No, we didn't ask your name.
I got it. He did. He said, "Introduce yourself."
Yeah, who is this? Who we talking to? Who is this?
Who is this?
New phone. Who this?
The Don Dada.
Who is this Tiger Woods looking motherfucker with his ugly hat on?
Oh my goodness!
I remember all those comments you said last week.
Are we gonna stick to the topic?
So yeah,
let Mr. Marcus finish. Claude, relax.
I cannot wait to clap y'all ass up. This girl, you a dick for that, Steve. I just caught that motherfucker. She is clapping y'all ass up. She is 1,000% right, and I can't wait to get in y'all ass.
Does her ass taste like strawberries right now? Because you're surely kissing up to it.
I'm not. Listen, I came in here prepared to actually fight with ready to roll and go hands to hands with this chick.
Her though. She just.
You have no specifically. Don't be all right. Don't cut me off, Steve. I don't play that.
Damn, you just checked the fam.
No.
You want me to bang on him?
No, being real. I'm joking, but dead serious. she's right. Like you guys are trying to co-sign her, co-signing a paying for a dude. No, I do believe I'm a dude that believes in gender roles, and yes, it is socially acceptable. It's always been the case for men to cover the bills and pay for everything. Is it wrong for her to expect to have a dude pay for all the bills? No, that's what he's supposed to do. You guys over here trying to draw up conclusions in situations where no, damn that.
Let me ask you a question.
She's right.
Let me ask you a question then. So cause she's this Pasha's opinion is Pasha's opinion 100%. I don't think she said anything wrong in this entire show.
I agree as well.
100%. We all agree with that. Let me ask you a question though. So how do women gain equality, sameness, whatever in this country with traditional ideals of gender roles? Woman does this, man does that. How do they actually gain equality? How can you be someone who has traditional values when it comes to courtships and dating and all that stuff and gain your equality in this country?
So you got to define really what you define as equality, because I guarantee you most women, because we hear nonstop, me and Mike talked about this a while back. We hear about women discuss them wanting these CEO roles and talk about why there's a disparity in CEO roles, why there are always men in there. You never hear them talk about how come there's no women building houses. In my housing development, there's been a house built every other day, and I see a bunch of Mexican dudes out there. I don't see no women out there. You don't see nobody out there fighting for women to be out there. The reason why, because don't nobody want to do those jobs. And you've
never seen a Bob the Builder looking bitch.
No, have you?
Don't nobody want to do those roles? Or don't know women want to do those roles?
No.
Well,
That's what I mean.
first of
That's
all,
what I mean. That's what I meant.
Like when we're talking about, like stuff like that, like first of all, I don't subscribe to this whole like equality shit. Like, let's just be clear. I subscribe to women are superior than men. We could really just start there. Now, with that said, like he was explaining, there's certain jobs. I know, I took it there. I'm sorry.
I can't wait.
We're not gonna leave it there either, though.
Just don't want. Like, I'm a homeowner. You think I want to sit here and fucking pressure wash my driveway? No, get your ass over here and do that for me. I don't want to sit here and have to do certain jobs. That doesn't. Again, that's all about like situational.
Yeah.
Those are facts. Everything she just said was facts, minus the whole superior thing, which again we can get back to that. But so when you say, Claude, when you ask the question, how do we get to equality? The problem is most people don't really want equality, because I sure enough don't want to do what would be deemed, women, gender roles or whatnot. I'm a man. I want to do the things that men do. That's just the way I was born. That's the way both my parents, my mom and dad, still together. I grew up understanding gender roles, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I have 3 daughters. I'm going to raise them to understand that
to run their pockets.
You see, look at this girl. Look at this girl. I'm going to teach them to understand the value of having a man. Not that men aren't. They're not there's nothing, there's no use for them, or that they don't need them. That's bullshit. Right. I completely disagree with that. I believe we both, men and women, need each other. Straight up.
Well, to both of you, because Posh was joking. Well, I don't know. She's not joking.
No, she wasn't joking. She's
not joking. I know her enough to know she's not joking, but she's being facetious enough within this convo. But Don, you're talking about independence. We not necessarily talk about independence. We're talking about within a relationship, the energies that are being presented, and gender roles do play a part in that. But also, I think personalities and how you are with your person plays a part in that too. You could be a man and you might be stoic and quiet. My grandfather was one of the smoothest, quietest dudes ever. My mom's dad, and he ain't say a lot, but when he said something, shit got moving. But my grandma also, she kept shit in order in the house. They had 6 kids. She controlled the household, everything that happened therein. And my grandfather, I could imagine, and let's say, you know how when you go out to eat and shit, let's say we go out to eat and the food wrong, my grandma be the one to say something. She gonna get shit cracking.
Your grandma was a Karen.
My grandma was not a Karen, but
not a Karen.
No. I would say she would be the one who would say something, because my granddad's like so chill, so easygoing. It's just one of those things. Your relationship personality matters too, but gender roles, like I'll take out the trash, but if I'm not home, Michelle gonna grab that bag and just toss it out to the door. We live in an apartment, but for the most part, shit happens if I'm not there or not. Like Posh said,
not in my household. That bitch will pile up like Jenga.
Well, Posh was saying she's a single mom, and before she got back with dude and let him back in, she got to handle that shit, because little homie might be the man of the household, but to a point, she's a single mom, so she got to handle adult shit until he's old enough to do it. Then he do it.
Right.
My mom and dad divorced at 13, and we did all the yard work and whatever. And not that my pops wasn't around, but you basically, based on your relationship and the age and what you're dealing with, I guess is the overall. But what that all aside, when you're talking about within a relationship, if let's say me and Posh are together, and we're in a situation where a decision got to be made, she trying to run my pockets, I'm trying to make decisions. Like, at what point do we butt heads where this don't work? Because I'm not going to let you run me, but you said I got to prove to you I can lead, which means I got to fight for the leadership spot? Like, is that how this works?
Hold up. Okay.
No, I don't think that at all. I think...
Hey, Posh, real quick.
Go ahead, Doc.
Because I wanted to say this before because you said that you were talking about that before. Not all men are deserving of leadership. Not all men deserve to have a woman, take their lead. So yes, the man got to prove that he's leadership. And if she don't properly vet the man, and he's just a bum, and he could be all kind of crap. He could be violent. He could be doing domestic violence.
We're not talking about dating, Donnie. We're not talking about dating. We talking about we in a relationship, meaning we courted, we went through the dating process. You know who I am. Now we're in the house, or we may not even live together, but we're in a relationship.
Well, at that point, you've already
still got to prove myself.
That point, you've already proven.
No, that's what I was going to say. That's the whole part of the courting and the dating process is to single those things out. You don't move forward and get into a relationship without knowing if he's able to, like, No, you don't get that far. If you haven't proven to me that you're worth me taking the time out for, we're not moving forward.
Can I ask you this? Because I'm gonna put you on the spot a little bit. This is a very mature thought, and we've all been through the dating game. We've been through enough relationships now. 22. Do you have this clairvoyance to say this?
No.
Have you been through fuckboy relationships where?
Oh, hell yeah, I have.
Have you been through relationships where he didn't match the standard and you had to lead him?
Absolutely. Those are what I call the fixer-uppers. The fixer-uppers are the ones that they don't match. Like, if you have a list of 10 things, that nigga got maybe like 1 or 2 out of that whole list, and you feel like you can work and the situation into making him be what you envision him to be, what his potential may be. And I don't recommend those at all, because the last one I went through, I had to go see the lady because I was fucked up in the head. So I don't do that no more.
So, Posh, just a little off topic, because I'm just curious about that, because you brought it up. Why engage with that type of man, though? Because would you not agree that there's enough men out? There's men out there. Why engage in the fixer-uppers? Why even? Because it sounds like to get the traditional role, the traditional courting, the traditional male-female dynamics in a relationship, a man has to prove himself and be worthy of it. That's basically what I'm getting out of this.
Right.
So why even start with somebody who's like, why even fix something? Why go buy a broken down Toyota Corolla when you can go get a Lexus because you can afford it?
Because I skipped that chapter out my book.
Yeah. No, you can't skip chapters on the Poor Podcast.
No, I'm saying, like, my mom didn't relay that part.
I got you.
But it was a lot of things, to be completely honest with you. At 35, I definitely don't have the knowledge that I had in my late teens and in my 20s. I think that for me, if I were to talk about my personal experiences, it came down to several things. For starters, I'm first generation American. My parents are both immigrants from the Dominican Republic. So my story is, I was born in a basement apartment, but I seen what 2 people working together can build. Like, I know she ain't gonna tell me ever. We are really just gonna have to wait until she dies, but I'm pretty sure my mom's a millionaire. I have this feeling that it's
in the mattress.
Right, like, it's somewhere, because she just got too much going on, this lady. But when I look at that story,
is she Griselda?
No, she's not. She sells real estate. But when I think about that story of seeing them, how they started, coming from an island where they had everything to a country that they had nothing, and they really had to stick it out and work their way up. I think that a part of me kind of it's romantic because it's their story, but I think it kind of stuck to me in a way where I romanticized it to the effect of that. It's like, oh, let me find
let's fix it up together.
And yes, and then let's build this life together. So in me doing that, I started looking for people's potential as opposed to seeing things for. Oh, I don't know what that playback is.
Somebody opened up.
Somebody's listening to the pod.
Oh,
big ups to them for that.
I think it's done.
So I think that for me, seeing that, it kind of confused me, because I started looking at the potential of what could be as opposed to the reality of what it can be. Not only that, I think that a part of me didn't realize what self-love was and how important that is. I didn't love myself. I thought I did, and I did to an extent, because that was instilled in me, but I didn't love myself enough to create boundaries. I just let people walk all over me, and I was very selfless like that. So I had to learn as an adult that part of loving myself is having boundaries and not letting people walk all over me and not letting people take advantage of me, because just because I have a good heart and I think a certain way doesn't mean that everyone is going to follow suit. So I went through those motions because I was trying to replicate what I saw at home, that underdog story, and I ended up picking all the wrong guys.
That we'll save that for your book. I want to ask you both a question. I want Don to answer first. So we talking personal, and salute to you, Posh. You grow and you learn and you get to the next level, and not that you.
That's why I won't ever pay a nigga's bill ever again. You crazy? Been there, done that. It's mad ghetto, 0 stars. Do not recommend. If that nigga don't got it, then
she's a 0 stars. So we talk about, like, us right now. We all in our 30s. We mature as fuck. Let's talk about those who don't subscribe to these ideals. Do you know women? Don, if you met a woman out and about that matched your energy, masculinity wise, and then Posh, when you get a chance to answer after Don, do you got homies that subscribe to this idea that you learn that you're past the hump and they're not? So go first, Don.
Oh yeah, I have. Hell, I've even dated a few of them. Y'all know.
We know her. We know her.
But
the one you let the one you let play with your butt, she was dominant. Go ahead, finish what you were saying.
Wow,
he can still feel the fingers in there. That's crazy.
Oh God,
2 fingers for respect.
Go ahead, go finish your story, brother. I ain't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, butt nigga.
We can still hear you, Don.
I'm sorry.
Okay, Posh, jump in.
Go ahead, Don. Sorry.
I think he lost sound.
He conveniently lost sound.
That's crazy because one of my exes.
We'll get it back.
Here's my puppy.
He hung up.
One of my exes allowed me to play with his ass, and I don't know how I felt about it afterwards.
What you mean allow? I'm sorry. Before this, I was talking about how you gonna say allow when you did
ask?
No, like he had bought anal beads, and he wanted.
Oh, and you thought it was for you, but surprise.
Yeah.
Is that a man breaking himself down to a subservient level, sexually?
I guess you could say that.
But you did it. But you did it.
But you did it. You let him take that role.
You should try everything at least once. You may
Nah, we ain't gotta try that.
How many bees he got to? How many bees did he get to?
Hold on.
He took more than she expected.
Hold on, you coming in on
She was like, damn, 6 of these jokes? Nigga, I thought this was new.
Hold on, Posh. Don, go ahead. Finish your sentence.
All right, answer the question again. Like, I started getting a phone call in the middle right when I started talking. So
we was talking about how many beads.
It was the chicken you talking about.
Oh no.
Basically, Steve said, "Have you ever had your butthole played?"
No, all right, back to
no, never mind. Go ahead.
The conversation. The question was, have you ran into these women? You're about to say that you've dated a few, you know them.
Yeah, but and again, there's nothing wrong with those women. Those women are for fun. Those women are basically have a sign on their head that says not long term, and that's okay. You don't need to tell them that. I sure enough ain't telling them that. Those are the women that you have fun with. You ride that train, and you
have fun with it. Now you're done with it,
and you get the hell off that train. ASAP Rocky.
Make your friends hang out with her.
Because listen, that my friends want to hang out with them. That's on them. They ain't got nothing to do with me. I say this. There are women who are not like that, who are legit, who will take a step back and let the man lead and not be all trying to match your energy because they think that's what you like, or trying to over domineer and act like they're the alpha in a relationship. Dudes like me, I'm not playing that. And if you are going to operate like that, believe me, we'll have some fun, but then that's about it. There's no long-term anything with those.
No NLT.
Nah.
Hold on.
Alpha female energy. That's a good
Posh, before you answer what Mike's question was, Don, let me ask you a question. Because when you talk about match the because there's a such thing as having alpha female energy and alpha male energy.
Is it, or did you just now make that up?
No. I probably just made it up.
I'm just making it
alpha female. But I'm just saying, there's a such thing. There's a such thing as a female having energy that matches yours, and it's yin and yang to yours, or it's not matching the same energy. It's an energy that's complementary. It's a complementary energy. That's different, right? That's not the same thing. But that's not necessarily subservient. Listen,
it's the
passive.
opposite of It's the opposite of yin and yang. The yin and yang fit together because they're opposites. It's not
y'all on the
them
same
both.
yin
Yin and yang won't fit. And that's if she's trying to operate on the same energy level as me, I already know how I am. I'm high octane, loud, when bunches go, go, go. If you're gonna try and be like that with me, then it's a no fit. It's just not gonna happen. Again, I'm not completely rejecting those ladies. So anybody watching this, know this.
I'm
we
screaming.
Can have some fun.
We can do what?
You literally were just standing. Posh, we could see you. You wasn't screaming. You were just sitting there normal.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Long term, you for the streets.
But isn't that just a situation of opposites attract?
Opposites is the same.
No, it's not that. See, I disagree. It's not, because not all opposites attract. It's not how it is. Like, for example, Mike gave the example about his grandfather, and that's cool. But I guarantee you that his grandmother legit did not move in a way that his grandfather did not like. He was okay with it. He co-signed all of it. He was the dog. He was the alpha dog, no matter what, no matter how
quiet, but he led.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that's the relationship and personalities. I'm not talking about that. Lord knows we all got different personalities. But if there's in a relationship, in a normal fixed, a traditional relationship, the man is supposed to lead. And if the woman thinks she can lead for a little bit. And then he's out of there after he didn't, tore it up a couple
times.
Posh, yes.
No, I agree. Opposites, they do say opposites attract, but I will say they rarely last. You have to be able to complement each other. Like, there's no, like, for example, me and my baby daddy, we definitely were attracted to each other when it came to certain things, but we had such, and still have such, a different point of view when it comes to certain things that it almost makes it mission impossible, even when it comes to co-parenting. So I don't subscribe to that either. Like, I feel like I've been there, done that I don't really work. At least it didn't work out for me, so I'm not doing it again. Now I got somebody that likes me. You know what I'm saying? I like him. We share, the same point of views on things. Every
he's
once
got a
in
good
while,
paycheck.
Oh, he has an amazing paycheck. Every once in a while.
Salute to our man Juan. Salute to Juan.
Different point of views. He's not a beta. Trust and believe, baby. That's not the type of people that I fuck with.
Who called him beta?
Somebody in the comments.
She called a comment.
Wait. What makes your man? Hold on. What makes your man not a beta?
Because he's not the type of nigga that's gonna roll over and do whatever. Like, he's the type of dude, like, which is what I can respect. Hold
up. Let me ask you a question. Who leads your relationship? You or him?
He does.
How often would you say you get your way in your relationship?
I get my way all the time, but it depends on what we're talking about.
No, and that's okay. No,
I don't think anything wrong with that.
You know what I mean? Like, it really depends on what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's not about getting away. Lord, no, my wife got everything she wanted.
Tonight.
It's not about that. It's about who leads. So do you walk around going ahead talking about run his pockets in front of him?
I say that shit all the time, but he understands that it's a joke. At the end of the day, listen.
Because you told him it was a joke.
Right.
It's not. No, it's not because I told him that it was a joke. It's
did you tell him? Do you walk around saying women are superior to men in front of him?
Yes.
And he cool with that?
Do you not? Well,
you told him he was cool.
You don't know who my nigga is, so I was gonna say that it would make sense.
We don't.
No, I'm not. I don't know him. I'm asking you a question. I'm just asking.
I talk the same way about the same way I'm talking right now. I can comfortably get him on the line, and he would be fucking laughing because he understands that I talk a lot of shit. But when it matters, I let him lead because that is my man and that is his role, and I don't have a problem letting him do that. So
is it public perception?
Doesn't matter if at the end of the day he knows that he's the man.
It's unjust. I get it. You
but hold on.
You joking with him. I get it.
Yeah,
but you ain't operating around him. No, there's a difference from saying that and then literally walking around. Oh, women are superior to men. Like, that's bullshit. If you're doing that and he taking that, he's a beta. But if he's not, and you know you just joking, then he's cool. Then
hold on.
Go ahead.
But isn't public perception a thing? Like, so publicly you were saying one thing, because in my relationship, it is important how everyone perceives our relationship. In my relationship, it's important how people perceive I treat my wife. So if you're walking around saying things like women are more superior to men, you know,
they are.
I get my way 100% of the time, all these things like that. That's a public perception of your relationship. I get how y'all are at home, but your public perception is that he's a beta and that you're in charge.
No, because like I said, like that doesn't play into our real life. I don't. That's not.
But we're not in your real
life. That doesn't matter to us in real life. And I say that women are superior only because, like I said, that's why I don't subscribe to this whole feminist thing where equality, because there's just certain things where women, we just have a higher calling and a higher role. And there's nothing wrong with that. Even the fact that I'm a girl and that you're a man, do you know that women, we have, I think it's 2 more chromosomes that men do? That's why little girls, you are a girl, Dad. You mean to tell me that that your daughters, you don't see a certain like wit about them, how they pick things up, how they're like, they just naturally, girls are smarter. Like, how the fuck you're mad at me because of science and God? Like,
no one's mad at you. No one's mad at you. I'm just pointing out the fact that you said that you do this with your man in the public eye, and it's different at home. I'm just saying, in the public perception, it's important.
A man can lead. I was taught the man is the head of the household. However, my mom did also let me know that although the man is the head of the household, the wife, the woman, we're the neck. We turn that motherfucker wherever we need it to go.
Yes.
I'm sorry. You could have used any other.
That my wife definitely read that book as well.
Let me tell you the real reason why y'all the neck.
Why you say that?
So at the end of the day,
I'll tell you the real reason why y'all the neck.
Respect. Let her talk.
None of that. Me and my man, we have a very clear understanding of what our relationship is. He understands who I am, and I understand who he is, and we complement each other. So whatever's coming out of my mouth is not going to offend him, because when it matters, he knows that I'm gonna fall back and I'm gonna let him do what the fuck he does best, and that's get the bag. And I respect him for that, and I respect him for his input in my life. I respect him for what he instills in me, for the conversations that we are able to have, for the push and the drive that we give each other. Our relationship, that's what our relationship is. So no, he's not going to take offense to anything I'm saying, and I'm not going to take offense to whatever it is that he were to say, because I know him and I know how we rock.
Let me ask, what would he say?
As far as what?
Just like, in general. So,
like,
so we get
like right
go
now,
ahead, Don.
like what I'm saying, he would agree. Yeah. Do you know why me and him
are
even
hold
like
up,
right
hold
now?
Up, hold up. I'm sorry. I let you talk for a long time. I gotta ask. You're saying he would agree that women are superior
that I compliment him.
No. I'm asking you this one question. Would he agree that with you that women are superior to men with their extra chromosomes and all that shit?
That he part with science, he's not going to argue with science. He's smart.
Okay. Science doesn't say that women are superior to men. It just says they have 2 more chromosomes than men. That's not superior.
Which makes us, like I said,
more hormonal.
You're dancing. You're dancing. I want to know, will he straight up say that women are superior to men?
I don't know. You should ask him.
Oh, you know darn well he's not going to say that.
Go ahead, Mike.
Come on.
No, I was going to say
he could say that.
Asked and answered.
That might be what he says.
Asked and answered. I don't want to move from this point.
No,
but
keep going.
Back to the original question: do you know homies that match male energy like that? Women may be superior, but you can't be superior in your relationship. You emasculating your man out here. Do you know homies that do that?
Emasculating their men.
Not saying that you're doing that, but just
we're moving off you and us.
No,
and
I understand.
That's to the greater, larger group.
I don't like.
Does your superiority or does y'all superiority mean y'all should lead? I guess is a better question.
No, because again, there's still gender roles and certain things in the house. Like, I don't really know, I guess, how to like explain it. But as a woman, I bring value to my relationship, and I have certain things as a woman that I bring to the table. As the man in the relationship, there's certain values and there's certain things that he brings to the table. And together we complement each other. Like, there's going to be things that he's just naturally good at that I'm trash at. And there's going to be things that he's like, babe, I can't figure it out. Can you help me? And I'm going to be good at. Like, that's the whole point.
How can
I'm
you
not
say
here to
that
compete with
then, and
him.
then turn around and say women are superior to men? Like you just basically said that we both are equally valuable, but then you say, but then you turn around and say that women are not more are superior to men. Like that's
You
the
are so
opposite.
triggered by that. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said that then,
Well,
because I didn't
it's not a
realize it
So
was
trigger.
gonna bother you
instead
so
of
much.
saying I'm triggered, why not answer my question?
Well, because you keep harping on it, and we were trying to move on. But
Uh-huh.
to answer your question, like I said, there's just things, even scientifically and biologically speaking, that women are naturally better at than men.
Yeah, but there are also tons of things that men are naturally better than women. So
Yeah,
you can't
like
necessarily say that women are superior to men. You can say that we all have different things that make us superior as human beings, but you can't say that women are more superior to men because you have 2 more chromosomes. I mean, you guys have babies, we can't have babies. That makes you amazing. That makes
there we
you
go. We're more
crazy
superior.
amazing. But you
That's
guys
another
also, but you know what you guys can't do? You guys actually can't make babies because you know why? Men actually give the chromosomes to make babies.
to
We
make
have X and
babies,
Y. You just
right?
have X and X. So there's like, come on, like, so I get what you're saying, and what you're saying is fire. My wife is on a pedestal, and she's the greatest person in the whole entire world. But at the end of the day, I don't think she would even say that women are superior to men. I think that like we're not harping on that, and I want to make sure that you know that we're not harping on that. We just want to be clear though that you can't also say that, you know, my man is this, my man is that, and my man is this and that, but then also say women are superior to men, and he knows that, and type, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I get my way 100%. It sounds
No,
like you're kind of almost speaking half-ass backwards. That's all. That's all we're saying.
no. Like I said, it can be both. It can actually coexist. It doesn't have to be one way or the other. So
we love you, Posh. Now, what are you saying? What you got? I see you making
She's
faces.
literally saying the opposite. It's okay, whatever. If you got, we can move on. But she's saying the opposite. It's okay. Go ahead.
So, getting back to our actual topic about, because I do want to talk a little bit more about the equality type thing that we get back, because Don alluded to it a little bit. So obviously, quick question for Posh, real quick, Spire Fit questions. Are men equal to women?
No.
Explain that. Explain yourself. Why are you saying that?
Go to grandma.
Like men being equal to women, that's, I mean,
or women equal to men. I'm sorry, the other way around.
Okay, are we talking about like financially, career, household, like
overall? So obviously there's a movement that's been going on since the 1950s, 60s,
right?
Feminism, where women have been fighting to take their place in this world, equal to men. Are we equal to men? Are women equal to men?
In that regard, no. I think we're getting closer, but we're not there yet.
Do you think though that the traditional stance on courtship, dating, relationships, you know, the man is the one that asks the woman out. The man is the man that was one that pays. Man is the one that opens the doors and does all these different things and has their role, and then the woman has her role. Do you think that that's adverse to women getting that equality that they're trying to get?
No.
Why not?
I think because how is a guy opening the door for me making me less of a woman? Like that's what you're supposed to do. Like you're supposed to, like I said, I was raised in the era of men are supposed to protect, they're supposed to provide. Part of opening the door is making sure that I got in the car safely. You know, like that's what that's about. When you're walking with somebody, you know, on a sidewalk and a man stands on the outside of the sidewalk, is to protect you against, you know, something coming your way, you know, you getting hit, I don't know, with a car, whatever the fuck. Like it's all
exactly.
about
He got to make
protection.
sure he gets hit first in case he dies. You can go fuck another nigga. You're right.
Well, you know, I'm younger than him, so that a girl got needs. Like I'm sorry.
John's back. No.
She said a girl got needs.
Oh yeah, Mike. I'm sorry. I did kind of skip around because you did have a question.
Terrible. I really should stop talking like.
Nah, don't keep going, please.
I wanted to know about the greater population of people, because you have a good head on your shoulders. We're all mature enough now. But where the homies is at? Is your girls, are they talking different? Do you have to debate them? Is this something that comes up? Like, girl, no, you should give in a little bit. And she like, nah, I run this shit. Is that something you experience? And I ain't talking close friends, but people you know.
No, we know you run. You said this last time when you were on Guru's show. You said you run with bad bitches. So you have women that are independent, women that have their own shit, and women that are badass bitches. Correct? That's a statement you made on Guru's. I can run it back.
Well, you know, I showed up with a bad bitch too, so
we don't know who you're talking about. But so
we are. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
So yeah, so obviously that's your crew. Mike's just saying, is that the same conversation being had amongst the masses?
So amongst my friends, I think that we all agree in my group of friends that we want a man who is financially stable. I think that a lot of the girls are tired of, like I said, of making those amateur mistakes, you know, of being with a guy, being with him for his potential, and then coming to realize that, you know, no matter what they do, that person is not reciprocating or giving them what they want in return. So I think that at that point we could all agree that we're not doing that anymore. But in addition to that, like, my girls very much still want to be like, my girls get money, but at the same time they want to still feel like women, like in the sense of they still enjoy the cute shit. I mean, me included, you know, we enjoy date night. Just because, you know, I'm independent doesn't mean that I don't enjoy feeling like a woman. It doesn't mean that I don't want my man to plan a date night and say, hey babe, get dressed, I want to take you out to dinner tonight. And you know, we still want to feel like women. We still want to be soft. We don't, it's not something where it's like, oh, you know, I'm a feminine and, you know, I'm a butch and I'll kill you. Like, no, it's not, you know what I mean? Like, it's not
Posh, I think, no, I understand what you're saying, but I don't think just because you have your own, that doesn't mean that y'all don't want to still be created or treated like women and things like nature. Like, yeah, of course not. Just because you could make 100,000 a year, there's still going to be someone else that makes 300,000 a year. So yeah, still treat you like your stature doesn't mean anything. But the thing is, are you willing to allow a man to treat you that way? Because you said a man has to bring just as much as you, right? In order, right. And you want that, and you feel you deserve that, and I agree with you. Cool, you get whatever you should receive, whatever you feel you deserve, and I agree with you. But also, a man that makes less than that could still provide all of that for you, because let's say y'all both are 100 millionaires, he can still pretty much provide anything for you. I'm sorry, if you're 100 millionaire, he just a millionaire, he still got you. You just make more, but that don't mean he can't still provide everything you can, unless you're going dollar for dollar. Then it's different, because obviously he'd run out. But you're not going dollar for dollar. He can still provide for you. You just happen to make more.
Right, but that's in like in a whole different category. We're talking about the fact that
you can scale it down even more. Posh, because we can even say, Posh, we can even say, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Nah, women first.
I want to hear the study.
Like you want it. Women first.
So in the most recent study, they're saying that 10% of Americans, or only 10% of Americans, make six figures. So if we're talking just, and this is just the pure logic behind it. If we're talking about the average person makes about 50,000, you're not going to be able to keep up with me at that point.
Posh, I got a question.
And I'm just talking about in real time. I'm not in your situation. Like, yeah, of course, if he's a millionaire and I'm a multi-millionaire, no, it doesn't really matter, because he still has to give. But in the average, like, we're just talking about like America in today's day in general. Right now, I'm in real estate. I ran comps on a property earlier here in Orlando. When I was living there, I was paying $1,400 for a 3-bedroom. That was 4 years ago. I ran the comps today. A 2-bedroom is now $2,000.
Understood.
If you're living on your own and you're paying your own bills and stuff like that, you're not going to have it. And I'm not talking shit, because again, I'm a single mom and I bust my ass for what I have, but you're not going to have it to go out all the time to eat necessarily. It's not going to come that easy to you as it will for somebody else. So that's why I don't get myself in those type of positions, because understanding that, I don't want a man to feel like I gotta go super out of my way just to try to keep up with this girl and what she's used to. That's not fair to him. That's stressful as hell.
That makes sense. And I know I gave outlandish numbers to us. Keep in mind the keywords. I said outlandish numbers to us. We can drop it right off that. We could drop it down to, let's say you make 30K a year, another man makes 20K a year. We can all admit that that's on the low end of to us in this room and on this broadcast. That's on the low end. But let's say if you live a 30K a year lifestyle and another man you meet lives a 20 to 30K a year lifestyle, y'all can still make that work. Because
Yeah.
I said millionaires, and you felt, or we all felt, that's outlandish, completely ignoring there are billionaires. Billionaires are looking at millionaires like they still poor. Like, so you
Right.
always want to live up to your means, no matter
But
what
that's
number
what
we get.
Right.
No
But
matter
that's
what
why I
numbers we
said it
give.
was about like matching where you're at. So yeah, if you bring the numbers down and I make 20 and you make 30, or I make 30 and you make 20, that's still relative. But if we're talking about if the average person is making 40, 50,000 and I make double than you do,
She's saying she's above it.
it's gonna be a little bit difficult for you to keep up. That's all I'm saying.
It would be a lot difficult for that man to keep up.
I don't think anything's wrong with that.
And I don't think anything is wrong with you wanting someone to match your drive. What about, what if you see potential in that man though? Could you build a man up?
No.
She's not doing that no more.
That was my 20s, honey. Like, my 30s are about dying my grades that all the 20s gave me. Like, I'm not signing up for that no more.
I rock my shits.
Yeah, so it's so funny that you say this, because we had our girl Queen Meek, being Meek, at being Meek, our friend, on, and she said that one of the things that nobody was talking about it, but she actually brought up the fact that she wants that financial security is part of the thing that someone has to bring to the table in order for her to feel as though she can be vulnerable with them. She has to be financially secure too. And I found that quite interesting, because to me, when I'm thinking about traditional gender roles and in relationships, yeah, obviously typically the person who has the money is typically the man, right? So in this scenario with you though, it's the man has the money and you have the money. So a man has to make either what you make or more. Right. But like to Steve's point though, like a man making money, that's great and dandy, but what if he hits all of your other buttons and it's literally just a money thing? You know what I'm saying? So he's leading with wisdom and drive, and you can be vulnerable mentally around him, and it's just something where you just like, no, he don't make the money with me, he can't take me out. To me, in my brain, well, why don't you just take us both out? I'm giving you everything else. What is
you know what I call those niggas? I will tell you right now, there's a term. I call them homosexuals. Them niggas gotta check off all them boxes because they need a place to live.
Hobosexuals?
It's called
homosexual.
It's a term. Homosexual is a term.
Hey, she right. Hey, she right, dog. Hey, that ass, she right. Those dudes.
Hold on, y'all look at my face. I'm like laughing because that's hilarious.
You never heard of
I have never heard of a hobosexual before.
You never heard of the hobosexual?
No, I've always had a house, so I doesn't really understand. I don't understand the idea of not having a home.
Yeah, she right.
But I heard it said online.
Oh, I've never. No, I've not. That's
motherfuckers be talking.
That is literally new to me.
I don't even like that kind of nigga. I'd be like, where you live? I have questions. Like,
so, but Mike asked before about
but away from that joke, what if he does have a place to live? So now what? Because you can escape easy with that one. You escape easy, but let's say he does have a place to stay.
Roommates.
So now what?
And no roommates?
No roommates. It's just a meager apartment.
Again, it hasn't happened to me. Like I said, my experience have been very fucking bad. So I'm a little bit traumatized. I haven't met a person that I'm trying to think real fucking hard. Maybe my friends are guys that check off all. We're friends. There you go. We're friends.
Friend zone.
We're friends.
Yeah. And it's true. You shouldn't fuck everybody that you meet. Steve Cash taught everybody that lesson in one of our few episodes ago, and I wholeheartedly agree with it.
Now,
I agree with you before. Don't trust me. I was just speaking for the other men that weren't like that. It's so Don. You've been waiting patiently. You got something to say about that? Because I find it quite interesting to me. Because to me, 100%, a man, you don't get with a man for his money. Clearly. Obviously, right. And if he hits all the other boxes, then why? So
So,
in your opinion, though, go ahead, Don.
All right. I've been holding a lot of that, but what I
Let
want
it
to
all
say,
out.
no, it ain't really a
You're ready
lot.
to
I mean,
receive,
honestly, a lot of the stuff I co-sign with what she was saying. I do believe in traditional values. I believe that the man should lead. I believe he should pay for everything. I believe he should handle the bills, but she got her roles too. That's the way I believe. That's what I believe. But what I don't co-sign is you discrediting men because you think, oh, I make a bunch of money. Now I can discredit men and say, oh, yeah, he ain't worth it because he don't.
I
Because
never
his
said
dollars
that.
ain't up.
I
Hold
never
on.
said that. What I said was my standard was I won't date that kind of a person. It's not a discredit because I have friends that are great people that if a girl were to ask me about him, I would co-sign them because they're great people. But there's nothing wrong with me having the standard of if you don't meet me on this financial note, especially considering that if we're talking about
apparently there is
getting
something.
in a relationship.
So again, that's what we talking about. I ain't talking about your homies. That I got you. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about relationship. You are literally saying that if he don't make a certain amount, that he's disqualified for you.
That's
and
right.
That's okay.
It's called standard.
And that's okay. So, and if a man had a standard, I'm just throwing this out there. If a man had a standard that his woman can't weigh more than him, is he wrong or right?
He's absolutely right. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. That's his standard.
So, and in that case, I have no problem with it. If you cool with that, you down with that, then I'm cool with it.
Listen, we had a conversation.
Hold on. I want to say this last thing too. If a man says he don't want to date a baby moms because, and no matter how much money she makes,
no matter how I agree with him.
FTK.
Did she preaching, bro? That all day, me and her, we here. Then that's all good. Then.
So and it's good. It's all good and Danny, and we have Pasha because Pasha is a different female though. But is that your friend group? The badass bitches that you hang around with, is that literally the masses? The masses aren't like that. Come on,
not friend group, peer group.
Peer
group. To be honest with you, my friends, I can honestly say there's some of us that we have, shared values. At the same time, I can say that there's some of them that still need to grow up mentally before they can attract what it is that they're saying that they want out of a man. At the end of the day, I also feel like the reason why I can demand certain things is because I know who I am as a person and I know what I bring. I'm a value to you. I will never be a liability. I will always be an asset to you. So with that said,
what do you bring?
What do I bring to the table?
Yeah. How are you a value to a man?
How am I a value to a man? Yes. I'm not a liability financially to you. I take care of my own bills, my household, my children. I've been in real estate since I was 17 years old. I'm 36 this year. You do the math. I know real estate very fucking well. I'm also very well versed in investments. So
your career.
I'm very career driven and oriented. As far as the household is concerned, I can clean, I can cook, I can do laundry. I know how to
you say you Dominican? You Dominican?
I'm Dominican.
Oh, okay.
As far as even my appearance.
When the last time you made an empanada?
I was about to say, because I fuck with them.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. But was it cheese or beef in it? Was it cheese or beef, by the way? Real quick.
Gotta be both.
No, I made chicken and then I made cheese ones. I made
them. That's what's up.
But not to cut you off, Posh, but because the first thing you said it was your career, and that's so great. Like for me personally, my wife has an amazing career, and I love that about her. I love that she's gonna have that drive. End of the day, I make a bag doing what I'm doing. She don't have to work another day in her life. She'll be a philanthropist doing whatever she wants to. But most men don't care about your job. You have to understand that. So you making that your number one is kind of is interesting to me that you said that first.
I was just
because most men don't give a shit about that though.
First off,
you're absolutely right.
You're not bowling like that.
I said if I make a bag,
Don, real quick. I'm sorry, Don. No. Some Claude said she does not have to work days. Like, first off, you're lying. I'm not going to let you lie on the podcast.
If I make it,
and first off, let me tell you one reason, and I'm gonna be done. We can continue. I want to talk to you later on because I feel bad for your daughter because you're teaching her how to love a broke nigga because you were the first broke nigga she ever loved. You're leading your daughter wrong, but you ain't continue because you teach her. Her
brother would be
niggas.
The first broke nigga she's ever loved. Actually,
she loves broke niggas, and I'm mad that you're raising her to love.
I hate you so much.
I just hate
you so much.
Do better for your daughter, bro. That's crazy.
Hey, Steve, drink your shot later very slowly. Go ahead, Posh. I'm sorry.
The reason why I led with financial responsibility first is because speaking about the masses, as you guys like to call them, the 90% of America, they care about a girl becoming an extra bill because, again, they already live a certain way. They can afford to do certain things, but let me tell you something. When your girl needs $300-400 to get her hair
It's
done
nothing to a
and her
boss.
nails
broke man
are
cares about that.
costing this amount of money and this, that, the third, a lot of men complain that these girls that they emulate, that they like are flabbergasted over so much, and they're like, oh my God, I wish I could date her, are expensive as hell. So just know that whatever it is that I look like, I can upkeep all this shit. That's all I'm saying.
No, you look very
Now,
manageable.
When it comes to even like the relationship role, like I said, when it comes to my man, I don't even like myself when I'm around him because I'm like, why am I so girly? Like, ew. Like, I'm lovey-dovey.
You be roasting yourself?
Huh?
You be roasting yourself? Like, whose man's is this?
No, like for real. Like, I literally went on Twitter and got roasted because I was like, oh my God, I think I really like in love with this nigga. And everybody was like retweeting my shit with like faces like, ew. And I was like, I know.
Well, we'll be watching for the wedding bells.
But
you
know, when it comes to him, like
they roasting your man in the comments, by the way. Just saying.
It's him.
I'm just saying.
He's gonna have to find it first. I got him blocked on social media, but that's a story for another day.
Oh God,
that is a story that we're going to get another day too. We got to hear about that.
But
what the hell?
You know, when it comes
he
to
sounds like a leader to me.
Even down to it was better that way. Even down to my appearance, the one thing my mom has like always instilled in us, even now, like 36 years later, if I'm on the phone with my mom and let's say my dad is on his way home from work, she'd be like, "Ooh, girl, I gotta go. Your dad's on his way home. I gotta shower and I gotta get dressed before he gets here." So
you know what that means? You know what that means? No, do you know what that means?
That's the listen.
I've got to tell you if you don't know.
I don't think she knows.
Listen, keep up your appearance. That's what I'm saying. Like the girl that he fell in love with, the girl that made him lock you down, keep up your appearance. Like those are all things that I feel like are important in a relationship. Like you should always, to me, you should always be like a mystery to your man. Like you need to switch it up. When that nigga thinks he know you, switch it up on him again. Be like, babe, guess what? I'm doing a class for this shit. This is what I'm gonna get into now. Like you always got to keep a man intrigued. So these are all things that also play into my value. And I consider myself a very smart person. Like I said, even now where we're at in our relationship, he started to invest in real estate. Any deal that he's about to do, I get that contract first and I review it and I make sure that it's supposed to be what it's supposed to be. And we move forward. And if it isn't, I'll point it out. Hey, ask this, ask that, whatever. And I'll make sure that shit is straight.
Hey, Posh.
There's
somebody in the comments want to know if your man cashes your paychecks for you.
If my what?
If your man cashes your paychecks for you.
Cashes my paycheck?
Yeah. Like if he gets to your money. Oh, okay.
Does money pass to him or you?
Is your money separate?
No, our money is separate. Is there something wrong with that? I don't understand why I got so quiet.
Y'all don't live together, right?
No, we don't live together.
No, that's not a big deal.
No.
Or even if you did.
So why?
Wait a minute. What the joint account? Like we're supposed to have that?
I don't have a joint account.
No, I disagree. I don't know what's going on.
I
don't know what that question was. I didn't ask the question.
I asked the question. It's because I'm keeping a buck with you, Posh. Your man sound like a straight up beta. If he is caring that he's caring about how much money you make, that's beta tendencies. I don't care what you say. You said the 90%.
That was your number one thing.
People, I said 90% of people.
I said hold on. Go ahead.
You said that 90% of people.
So maybe you didn't hear it right.
Oh, I heard you. I heard you very loud and clear. You've been talking nonstop. I just been sitting here listening.
Maybe you said the Wi-Fi 90% cut out.
Maybe. What did you not say? The 90% of people
I am
care about women's finances.
I said I was speaking in general because, like you guys said, to the masses. So you guys made it more generalized and not specific to me. So I was answering that question in that order. My man is a millionaire. Just so that you know, there's never a problem when it comes to the money. Nor does he check me on how much I make, nor does he care. Because if I ever needed to call him and say, hey, babe, this is what I need, it's on its way through Apple Pay in a couple of seconds. So it ain't ever a problem.
So then why was your value the first thing that you said that you make your money?
Was the finances. And I said I was answering that question in general because 90% of people make a certain amount a year that's their salary. It's under 100K, right? They don't make six figures. So I am saying that a lot of the complaints that I've heard from men who are actively in, you know what I'm saying, trying to date women, independent women, is the expense, that it's an added expense. I never said that was my situation. I'm super straight. I said that this is speaking in general because you said, okay, what about your friends? You roll with bad bitches. What are they talking about? What do they say? That was the context in which I answered that question. It was never about me.
Salute to you. Take him back too.
It's not the same guy. I don't think she's talking about. Steve said, salute to you taking him back.
Yeah. Thank you.
So I was wrong.
It was the same guy. She said it. Y'all not paying attention.
I'm sorry.
Because it's starting to become I want to have something to say. So you're not really listening. You're just
y'all forgot she do this too. She pod too.
Yo, welcome to the Pour Up Podcast, Posh. Thank you. Gosh.
Welcome to the Posh Podcast.
The Posh Pod. The Pour Up Posh. Posh Up. I think it's time. Y'all give y'all final thoughts on this. So Posh, we appreciate you having, because I don't know where to go further from this. Posh, give your final thoughts, because at the end of the day, you are what you not say. You will agree. You are a special case. I don't mean that in a bad way.
Case. I understand.
You are a special case, and that's why we had you on the show, because you're a special case. And we already know the guy down below you can't see is a very special case. He's extra special. He's a special case.
I just see Cap. I see some. I hear Cap in here. I'm
capping for you, you dumbass. Posh, give your final thoughts on this. Go ahead, and also make sure that you let people know where they can find you and what you're all about, because I'm a fan. Go ahead.
My final thoughts on feminism is, listen, I am an advocate at 35, about to be 36 years old. I am an advocate of having your own shit. Don't be 100% reliant on a man, especially as unreliable as the majority of men in today's society is. So I've heard. So always have your own. But I do also believe that when you do find the right guy, don't fuck it up because you're stuck in your ways. Don't be that person, because you're gonna hate yourself. That's really ultimately what I'm about. So I hope that, you know, that's what I want people that are tuning into this episode to get out of this episode. Be all of the above. Be your best self so that you can attract the shit that you want. You can't be a bum bitch and want a six-figure nigga. It doesn't work like that. You have to really truly love yourself, have standards, work on yourself, be the best version of yourself. So when that person that's meant for you comes along, you're fucking ready to receive that blessing and to move on to the greater things in life. You guys can find me at the Posh Sessions Podcast. I am on YouTube. I'm on Facebook. My Twitter handle and my Instagram handle is the same. My podcast, The Posh Sessions, is also on Apple Podcasts, Google, Spotify, SoundCloud.
Awesome.
We're definitely going to check you out.
We'll have to have you back.
Thank you so much for coming on.
I don't know about we can have her back, but I want to go on Posh Sessions if she got space.
Yeah, that's true. We can come on Posh Sessions.
Got the space for us. I don't know.
Yeah, no, we do. But this is very cool because
I need to get
I
on
love the fact that we can
Did you just smoke crack?
Virtually. I was smoking a blunt. Damn.
Oh, I thought it was crack. My bad.
Wow, Federelli. Posh, hit us up and we'll let you know.
Yeah, we'll talk.
We'll let you know how we set everything up, and we'll make sure that we'll put you in the know. That's a neat know. So Don, give your final thoughts with your stupid ass sombrero on.
Hey, I'm just, when I whenever I see Cap or hear Cap, I naturally put a hat on. But I will say this.
So when you watch, when you get in the mirror, you put a hat on?
You can definitely put You can definitely be make 6 figure millionaire and still be a beta. First off, that's number one. Two,
bless your heart.
I know.
I'm
bless
so
my heart.
sorry I triggered you this whole episode. It
yeah,
really wasn't
man.
my intention.
It's all good. I'm going to Florida tomorrow, and I'm gonna find your ass. So it's nothing to me.
It's nothing to me.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. No, dead serious though. Honestly, I dead ass agree with her like 95% of the time. The only things, I would ask that most women operate as women, and when you're around a dude, understand that men do men things, women do women things, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, like you don't need to be in the masculine role. Like God created men to be masculine, created women to be feminine. Period. Don't stop this bullshit. All right. And that's pretty much it. Again, I literally co-sign almost 95% of everything she said.
Can I know your birthday?
No, you don't.
She asking for it.
She said,
"Oh, you're asking? Why? Oh, here. Oh, God, no. Those damn.
Listen, I'm big on horoscopes. The way you.
Of course. Okay, what do you think it is? Let's see.
Yeah, you
I feel like you're a water sign, maybe.
Oh. Damn it! Right. I'm Aquarius, baby. I'm Aquarius.
You're Aquarius, so you're you're an air sign. Oh, so nigga, no wonder you're wearing two caps. You a capping ass.
I thought Aquarius was water.
Aquarius don't move like that.
Are you okay?
No, Aquarius is water. An air sign. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, those are your water signs. Aquarius,
damn.
Libra is an air sign. My brother, my cousins, I got mad niggas in the family that are air signs. Y'all fake stubborn, but you can't.
Any man looking at this, if the woman is big on horoscopes, run. Dead ass. They crazy as hell. They dead ass. I am not lying. Any man watching this, I am dead ass. If she starts talking about horoscopes, run the fuck away. I'm dead at.
Where'd she go?
Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, that horoscope shit is wild to me. When people be like, "Oh, you do such and such," I'm like, "This shit's so off." I'm a Cancer, July 3rd. I don't know what the fuck that means, but I know I'm coming with this Cancer.
My mom used to say it.
She said, "You got it."
No, before we go,
hold on.
Oh, double caps.
No,
you didn't.
Let me go back to the old cap. 3 of them things.
Take that fucking cap off.
My mom used to say astrology is witchcraft.
She hit you with 3 of them things, dog.
Can you give us all a quick reading of all our?
Yeah. Can you do that?
Can you give us all?
That's funny.
Can you give us all a quick reading? Posh.
Quick reading.
All 3 of us.
Yeah.
Not Don. Us 3.
But what do you mean a reading?
Yeah,
like because from our horoscopes.
We have to tell them what they are.
You have to guess what we are. You guessed him. Can you guess us?
I don't know that I can. He was just so vocal that I was like, "Ooh,
he's a real dumb motherfucker." So
I think he might have been a water sign. Water signs are real emotional.
Even if you guess and you're wrong, that's fine. But let's just for entertainment purpose. Even if you guess and you're wrong,
right? I'm a Cancer and I'll be chilling.
Wow, Mike's like, I'm not even gonna play.
Petty ass people. Are you an air sign? Are you a Gemini?
Who?
Steve?
Yeah.
I'm a water sign. We'll narrow it down.
You're a water sign?
I'm a water sign.
You are way too quiet to be a water sign.
Oh no. I
was trying my best to give you your space.
He's being respectful.
Posh, for this episode, I was trying my best to give the guests their time to speak.
Gotcha. Okay.
So if you had to guess, I'm a water sign, so you narrowed it down to whatever 3 or 4. So if you had to guess. 3, 2.
A Pisces.
Damn! If you wasn't so wrong, you'd be right. I'm a Scorpio.
Oh, ew.
So tell me what that means. That's real quick, and tell me what that means. Not long, but tell me what that means. By the way,
got the shit right. Did she know?
Okay, so with Scorpio, in a nutshell, you guys are either really great people or really fucking terrible people.
Can I vote?
Well, I think we know the answer to that.
I know him the longest. I feel like I can vote.
There is no in between. You guys are one way. The swing of the pendulum is one or the other.
But your own
no
personal
middle ground.
Your own personal experiences from tonight and tonight only.
Is that in the?
I am what?
You're a terrible
you said
person.
I was quiet.
I was listening before I
joined.
You're
a liar. You're a liar.
Oh yeah, she heard the early part of the convo.
You're a liar.
I was listening before I joined. Quiet. I already knew.
Nah, you ain't know that.
Steve, piece of shit.
You ain't know that at all. Claude, what's your sign?
And say what you want to say and not what Steve and Mike have paid you to say. Because I wouldn't. Yeah.
Didn't you invite her?
Shut up. Yeah. I don't know which one. I don't know the difference between the air and the water and this land or whatever the signs are.
Tell you Bulbasaur.
What is your birthday? I'll tell you what it is.
September 11th.
Oh, you're a Virgo. You're an earth sign. You're pretty chill. You're stable. You're rooted. You're grounded.
Wrong. Yep, that's 100% true.
No, that's
100% true. Fuck all of y'all. That's 100% true.
Is it Posh? Is it all true that Virgos like butt plugs?
Damn.
I'm screaming. I don't know.
It was a Leo. With you.
Ain't no B's homie was a Virgo, wasn't he? He was.
Wait, what'd you say, Posh?
B's homie was a Leo. He was a fire sign.
Leos be wildin'. I don't believe in none of this shit, honestly.
No. You don't let that drive your life, do you?
Right.
It doesn't necessarily. I'd be lying. No, it does. I have to know what you are because there's certain experiences I've had. It's like, nah.
Last question for you.
Yes.
What are you with now? What is he?
A Gemini.
And is that compatible with your whatever?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Are you?
I used to sell drugs to a Gemini. He was a real J. Definitely. Like that junkie was crazy. Like I used to make a lot of money off him.
Do you know Gemini are great fucking people? They're the creators of the zodiac. They're the twins of the zodiac, but they're the creators of the zodiac. Like
that's why they're our biggest seller. That's why they're my biggest sellers. They always came back twice. Salute your man.
Yes. Right. I got it.
Posh and Don, we greatly appreciate having y'all on. We will 100% Posh. We'll talk to you off air at some point about how to do what we do, and we will 100% want to be on the Posh sessions. 100%.
Posh
we
sessions.
are all about it.
I don't know if we're ready.
Shut up.
I don't know if
why not?
I'm not ready
because
I'm grounded. I'm earth. I'm solid.
That's why you're not ready.
Talking about I'm not ready.
That's why.
I'm born ready. Apparently,
that's why you're not ready. You don't know, and you're not willing to listen.
Fucking asshole.
Posh sessions get wild.
And you know what you is? You know what she said when you told her you were cancer? You know what she said? She said ill. That's what you is. You're ill.
She never said ill to. She said it to Scorpio.
No, but, cancers are petty.
Yeah, and I'm about to be petty right now. When the butt conversations come up, that's when you start blushing, and Posh gonna look at you like you're stupid.
So when the butt conversations come up?
Yeah, when the butt sex conversations come up.
No, it's not because of butt sex. Because I'm light skinned. Light skinned people blush. It's a thing. I also got freckles. You gonna on that too?
What the fuck is going on?
You make fun of that as well?
I'm not making fun of it. I was saying when we own the Posh session,
Claude, you don't have freckles. I've never seen you have freckles.
I don't know what he's talking about. This is the third time this episode we had to say this.
That I don't have
man's is this?
You want to be Wendy's so bad.
Wendy's?
You want to be Wendy's?
What a bitch that look like Wendy's once. Anyhow,
Don, thank you
for
clowning with us. I wish I knew what y'all was drinking, but we'll talk about it later.
We'll see you tomorrow, Don. We love you.
Drinking coffee.
What are you drinking?
Coffee.
Loser. What are you drinking, Posh?
I'm dead. Don Julio and strawberry lemonade.
And a joint. I love it. All right, guys. Mike, let's get him out here. Let's get on to our next.
Thanks, y'all.
Appreciate y'all. Appreciate it.
So, gentlemen, off air, I did go ahead and get our my drink together. So let's go ahead and cue the graphic, and bam. All right, guys, it's time for Drinks on Me. It's this part of the show where I make a cocktail or a shot for Mike and Steve, and also indulge in myself. Something not inspired by anything. Actually, we were out for Mike's birthday, and we went to.
It was literally inspired by my birthday.
Sorry about that. We went out for Mike's birthday at M-Bird. M-Bird, my boy, his name was Sean, and I have the video. I'll put it up on our Instagram of him actually making one. He makes one better than me because M-Bird is actually pretty dope. They actually make
no one makes anything better than you, Claude. Don't do that.
All right, whatever. They actually make
I ever had.
The ingredients in here, I'll tell you all in a second, but they actually make one of the ingredients homemade, and it was fire. I try my hardest to get as close as I possibly can, but I'll put that video up and also the recipe for this shot. I'll show you what's in it, guys, what it is. It's called the Passion, and it has half ounce of passion fruit syrup. No, half ounce passion fruit, half ounce of orange juice, 1 shot of vodka, and a splash of grenadine. And I'm calling it the Passion because we've been talking about some passionate things here. We're getting some passionate attitudes here. No, I'm not calling it Max. But I already gave you Mike's big dick energy drink.
But it was inspired by my birthday.
I'm not giving Mike's Passion. Sure, fine.
Like Thug Passion.
The Passion of the Thrice.
Oh, that sounds like what it was really named.
Yeah.
Steve.
The Thrice?
The Thrice, I don't know.
Oh, the Thrice. That's kind of
because Mike is once, twice, 3 times a man.
Bang. That's an old song reference.
Yeah,
see what you did.
Yeah,
clink, clink, clink.
Before we drink this,
yours got a different shape to it.
I can't. No, it doesn't.
Your glass, dude.
Oh, my glass has a different shape because I didn't have one. I want to show everybody this.
I think he's proud of it. That's why.
Show it up there. If I can see this. Look at this. This is dope, right? It's a nice little cocktail.
That look good, Clark. I ain't gonna play you. It look good.
The Love Boat.
We all took pictures.
You definitely.
Are we going to take sips?
I'm airing you. What
are you doing?
He took a picture.
I thought we supposed to be taking sips by now.
It's really a shot. It's a big shot. So I would say maybe if you're gonna drink it, drink it and try to get some of the grenadine into because that's part of the drink too. So
are you taking the shot or are you?
I'm taking this. Yeah. I'm not murdering you.
Yeah, all that. Wait, what?
You didn't get none of the grenadine.
I didn't get any of the grenadine.
I had a couple of these on my birthday. I was feeling real nice.
Yeah, you too.
I got sent videos of my birthday.
You only got it because that was me. I ordered that hit.
I appreciate that.
And then I ordered more. It was really good. I had to have him show me how to make it.
You're one of my longest friends, and I appreciate you holding me down on my birthday.
Pause.
You know what I'm saying?
On your how's that a pause? On your birthday, I'm gonna forget. I'm gonna answer a text and be like, Steve, what's good? What you into today? I'm gonna forget.
We have some time. My birthday's before his.
I don't even acknowledge your birthday.
I know because it's also your significant other's birthday.
It's only my girlfriend's birthday.
Whatever. That's some fucked up shit.
Sorry, bro.
You're not even acknowledging your homie's birthday, even though it's your girlfriend's birthday. It's my birthday first.
You gonna let me hit?
I'm like 5 years, 6, 8, or 9 years older than her.
Are you gonna let me hit?
That you hit what?
Are you gonna let me hit?
No.
That's why I acknowledge her birthday.
If that so that would literally be the condition for me to acknowledge birthdays.
If you let me hit, I acknowledge your birthday. Yeah.
Some good shit.
Well, if y'all both do, then I'll see who's better and I'll acknowledge their birthday.
You was born in September,
but I couldn't get a pause on the thing I said before.
There's no pause on this.
I was born in September. I'm a Virgo, as Posh pointed out.
What year?
1985.
What do you think 1985 January your mother was doing? I'm just I just wonder what he thinks she was doing.
Mr. James.
I just wonder what you think that year.
I got it.
In that month,
Mr. James came through with the Black Eyed Peas. He had Black Eyed Peas for good luck, and he got lucky.
This is the beginning of the year.
So hold on. So it would have had to have been actually like November, December.
You could have been late, baby.
You got the gist of what he was saying.
Yes. It would have been November, December. So it would have been around your birthday. So, but you are. Oh, no.
So you saying Steve was born and then you got conceived?
Yes.
So the whole time you talking about me, Steve, and it was Claude.
Stupid. It's a dumb motherfucker.
I asked one question and you lost it. I just want to know what you.
I did because it was a funny question.
What do you think she was doing in January?
I don't want to think about what my mom was doing in January.
It's cold. Where were you
pregnant?
Born? No, she wasn't pregnant.
Yes.
She might have gotten.
No, she was pregnant. You don't get pregnant and then like the very night you literally have to get pregnant.
I don't know. I asked what you think she was doing. That's it.
She's being pregnant. She's pregnant. Now December and November she was probably
where like what
I can't.
No, what state?
Come on, Claude.
Was it cold? Was it warm?
I have no idea.
It's the poor podcast.
Because sometimes in Florida,
wait,
January can still be warm. I just want to know what state. Like you were born in Tallahassee.
I was born in Clearwater.
You was born in Clearwater. So she might have been at the beach.
Yes.
Who knows?
She was hanging out with Mike's pops.
Think she has some
moms.
No, my parents 10 years younger than your mom.
I don't know about the age gap.
But your mom would have been pregnant at the same time as my mom.
I see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Well, we was in Germany. No, we was here. They might have been kicking.
Yeah,
all I did was ask one question. They weren't trying to be funny. I know.
He just wanted.
I'm not going to take my brain to that nasty state that you wanted to go to.
It's not gotta be nasty. I just asked what
do I think my mom was doing? My mom was in Clearwater. It was January. It was probably a little breezy out.
A little
breezy out.
Daytime.
She wouldn't have no mimosa. She was pregnant.
Claude, you got all defensive. You know what I think your mom was doing? I think your mom was at church.
I think so as well. Like it just maybe she got done shopping.
Not 1985. No, she was definitely not at
respectful things.
Not in 1985. No. Those are different times.
See what you know and what I think. is two different things. I would have thought.
Yeah,
your
like
mom was in church.
I thought maybe a hammock, relaxing, nice beaches at Clearwater.
Oh Lord!
It's the second time this episode you did
Claude,
some
I
weird
need
shit.
you to relax, Claude. I need you to
Why do weird
like,
shit?
Claude, you
Because
wild
you
out
did
a
it
lot.
with the star. You tried to make it sexual, and Steve was being respectful.
And that was disgusting. And you showed yourself to be a very disgusting human being.
See, as friends, and we're on the pour up, so we being honest. You gotta chill,
I would like you to chill.
please.
Would you like him to chill?
I would love
like
him to chill. Please chill.
Y'all, welcome to the Horror Up Podcast, where Mike and Steve get their minds straight up in the gutter.
How are we in the gutter? You the one took it there. We was being respectful.
Whatever.
Come on, Claude.
Mom was at church. You said she was doing some wild shit. I said she was at church.
I didn't say no. I said my mom was pregnant, probably chilling. It was January, probably cold out, nice and breezy.
Claude,
Maybe went for a walk in the park.
Listening,
Sherry Harris Park.
Man,
listening is one of the 5 symptoms, or symptoms.
Symptoms of what? The 5 symptoms of anger,
Senses.
frustration.
Senses is listening. Is listening
Trying to deter your friends are trying to come at you and destroy you. Go ahead.
No
is
one's trying to
listening-
destroy you. We help you.
Is listening
It's a therapy session.
damn
One of the senses.
senses. The
Yes.
word, yes.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah, hearing, not
Or
listening.
hearing. Hearing is one of the
Hearing
senses.
is one of the senses.
All right, so why don't you use it before you lose all 5 of yours?
Oh, that's a bar.
Mm.
Well, you speaking as somebody that ain't got no sense.
That remind me of this hard ass bar. I was watching a sniper movie, and he said about to get his blood pressure down to 0, and I thought that shit was fire.
Because you have high blood pressure?
No, because niggas dead.
He's dumb. Claude's dumb.
He wanted that shit off him so
I
bad.
did. Let's get this
He
shit
was looking
in
for
Let's call for alcohol.
Yeah, next time we go to a bar, we gotta get somebody to just be like, last call for alcohol.
He hit that transition fast as fuck.
You
He
could
didn't
have
want me to
just
come
did
back.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You thought I didn't know this. I peeped it.
Nope.
I peeped it.
Nope.
I could just come back now.
You could talk.
I'll let you
Whatever.
live.
We here.
I'll let you live.
Let
You
me
got
live. Whatever. We got literally 197 episodes in. We got 197 more to get off on.
That's true.
Pause.
Very true.
I don't need episodes to get off though.
All right, we're on the last call. Let's rock.
Yeah.
was
Who
my
wants to go
last
first, Steve?
My last call was I don't need 100. I don't need no episodes to get off. I can get off when I want.
Steve, you want to go first?
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
I went first. Steve, go next.
That better not be your actual last call.
100% last call.
All right, whatever.
Last call. Definitely some advice. Know who you playing with. Because
That's good advice.
And don't play with Kevin Hart.
Or Mike Lake.
Know who you playing with, because not everyone play by the same rules. You might think you're playing handball, and
They break out a baseball.
it could be something different by the end of it. Like just know who you playing with at the end of the day. I had a great time with y'all. Salute to our guests, Don and Posh. Definitely gonna have both of them on in the future.
Yeah.
And I look forward to being on a Posh podcast.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, we're gonna lock in, and it's gonna be a good time. Like I always salute y'all to the two homies, and for bringing this together. And we close out another great one, in my opinion. I'm here. Let's go.
So I just obviously
You switched that quick as shit,
I
by
did.
the way. You need to slow down with your
Sorry.
transition.
Can Steve get a smile off or
Y'all
something?
fucking assholes. So big ups to whatever Steve said. I agree with it 100%.
And you didn't even listen?
I was listening. I was just saying
What he said.
No, I'm not. Yeah,
He
I'm
wasn't
not-
listening.
Can you put it back over here real quick so I can explain
He
something?
wasn't
So listen, let me tell you something. My last call, I also want to say this. Like, look, in real life,
One of the 5 senses.
listen, I want you to take one of the 5 senses. Matter of fact, that's one of my other last calls. Pay attention to your 5 senses. And also, you got to understand, God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. You got to learn to listen more than you talk, brother.
I yield the floor. I
You know
yield
what
my
I'm
time
saying?
to Steve.
And also, I'm gonna give it back to you, but also got to understand 1 fish, 2 fish. Blue fish. No,
fish.
so you're still not
Yeah,
listening. God damn it. I just told you God gave you
Still
2
not
ears,
listening.
2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, and you're still not listening.
Whose man's is
All
this? He switched it again.
Let me get off real quick.
Still
I
not
need
listening.
to
Let me
know
get
how to
off real
switch
quick.
it
Let me
back.
get off real quick.
You should have camera control.
So I got a couple things before we get off here.
You
So
really should.
at the beginning of the show, we talked about Biz Markie, and Biz Markie did pass away due to his adverse health. There's a couple other famous people and people that I know in general that are suffering with a lot of different health issues. And one thing that what did you just do? What is going on here? You put yourself on there? I don't care.
Where you can't
I don't give a
control
shit.
it.
I
You
don't give a
can't control
shit.
me here.
I don't care. What I'm just saying is that health wise, if y'all out there, take care of yourselves, get checked up. If you haven't already gotten a COVID vaccine, get a COVID vaccine. If you have a COVID vaccine, do everything you do to keep yourself healthy and safe. That's number one. Number two, let's start recognizing people while they're here. We can all recognize that Biz Markie was the greatest.
And Biz Markie got a lot of love.
He got a lot of love.
Never
100%.
He definitely received.
Same thing with Marla Gibbs. Total accolades in her lifetime. It took 90-something years for her to get a damn Hollywood Walk of Fame. But let's just be advocates for the people that we admire and that we revere. Let's be advocates for them. Because everybody does that. That's literally putting some of the greatest out there, because people don't really understand. There's so many people that go on. They do their thing, and it's almost like their time in history gets passed by. And there's so much greatness, and we can celebrate the greats out there as much as we do, but there's so many people that don't. So I just say, if you love them and they're part of your life and they're part of your situation and there's somebody that you revere and you love, talk about them. Make people watch their movies. Be like me. I mean, my wife watched all of Cecily Tyson's movies. I make her watch all the Denzel's movies. Everybody that I'm on, I make sure that she's on too. And we have this debate amongst our friends group about who put who on things. Put your friends on things, 100%, because the things that you put them on, it could be fire. It could be something big, and just people just give people credit for the great things that they do. And let's not wait until they're 90 years old before we do it. That is my last call. Mike, did you want to get a real one in there?
That was my
real last call?
Yeah.
All right, so who are you?
I am Mike Lake, and I like what Steve said, watch who you play with. AKA Salt and Pepper Beer, AKA Hillsboro Slim.
Yo. I'm knocking at the door. I am CP34.
Steve Cash, AKA the Fitness Zaddy, AKA I've been vindicated. It don't matter. I'm going to identify as vaccinated.
Oh. Hey, everybody, just a reminder before we do sign off that next week will be the last episode for 1 week, because we are taking a short vacation, and we'll have some content out there for y'all. So just be looking for our show next week. But then after that, me, Mike, and Steve will be taking a nice little vacation to Vegas. Y'all see us out there. We're going to post the shit. We're going to be out there. I just want to let y'all know, prepare yourself. You got one more episode before we're going to take a little bit of a break.
In Vegas, I'm sure off the whole trip.
I'm his roommate too, so that's
ain't got nothing to do with the room. I ain't gonna be in there.
Yeah, y'all. This is the Pour Up Podcast, y'all. We out.
Look like Jax.
When he got his arms ripped off.